There it is.
Okay. Yo, what's up? Sorry about that. Kinda missed the button. We were a little late, but we're back. Um, lots to talk about tonight. Lots of storylines that I got to talk about. As I let you guys slide up in here, it's the second official Raider update from your man, Silver and Black Report. We got three others alongside me. My co-host, Dustin White. We're gonna start with you. Introduce yourself.
What's up, Raider Nation? Dustin White from the DSR Report, Death Star Report. You can follow us in Discord, YouTube, and watch us here all day, every day, baby.
Armin, if you want to introduce
All
yourself.
right, so my name is Armand. I run a YouTube channel too. It's been kind of inactive recently. It's Tarmon Productions is my name right there. But yeah, I post some Raiders. I just really post whatever. But I might start a Raiders show soon, so stay tuned for that.
Cool. Chris, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm Chris Knox. Not a Raiders fan, but I'll talk football with y'all, about the Raiders and everything like that. I'm gonna just say my favorite team is the Washington Commanders or Redskins, whatever you want to call them. If you go on my Instagram at Christopher Redskins 2005, you'll see all the updates I post on there and everything like that.
Yeah. So we got about 13 to 14 storylines to talk about tonight. So we got a lot to talk about while you are in the chat. If you have not subbed, do that, please. Help me out. I'm reaching for 100. Let's like and comment, and let's just get into this. First one is the must-win games of the year that we feel. I'm gonna name off three of them. I think we're all just gonna name off three games that we kind of feel walking into this year that we need to win. Number one for me, it's coming right out of the break. I know this sounds crazy. It's always these games that you don't feel with the Raiders that you would lose, but you can lose, and it's the Texans. It's to me, that's one of those games that kind of screams, trap game. They're not a great team. They're in a rebuilding phase, and could they beat the Raiders? Probably. So, to me, that's kind of a big storyline for me. We're gonna come out of the break winning. Yep. Just to me, it's a big storyline coming out of the breaks. We really have not been a great team coming out of our break, our week off. So we're gonna see what happens this year. I have a little more faith in this organization because they have a much better front office. They're better run, and that's kind of something that's important nowadays in today's NFL. Number two to me is like I'm gonna say I'm not even gonna name week 18 yet, but like it's gonna be like week 14 or something like that. It's the Thursday night game against the Rams. It's a big game, you know. You're going against a powerhouse team, and let's be honest, they're probably the best in the NFC. So, again, coming down, are we going to beat the teams that we have to beat to be a contender in today's NFL, man? I'm very, very. I have a lot of faith in this organization. But I mean, if you guys haven't checked it out, man, I did say we would lose this game, but any game this year can be a winner or loss, man. Any given week, we can go beat any team and we can lose to any team because that's just how it is on a week to week basis. I'm going to take this off. I'm sorry, I'm a little mad. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to take this off. I don't like that. There we go. I like that bear. I'm not gonna lie.
I was going to say the same thing. That thing is running right over your whole screen.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until I started talking. But yeah, number three, to me, is the Week 18 game. Because let's be honest, the NFL, you know what the NFL wants to see? They want to see the Chiefs and Raiders Week 18 primetime game to decide who wins the division. That's what I want to see. Make it an 8:30 game like last year. And I already told you, I will live every game that I'm not going to this year. And that's going to be a game I'm probably not going to go to, but I'm going to go live for it because, again, I want to see this team beat the teams. And I've already said, if we walk out of this division 3-3, that is a big win. I don't know how your thoughts are on this, Raider Nation, but man, if we walk out of this division 3-3, splitting with every team, you are in great condition. Okay. Again, I think but the reason I named the Texans, right, and I think we can all agree as Raider Nation, we always have that trap game that we lose, that we shouldn't lose. What are your thoughts on this?
I'm gonna be picking with me. I agree with the numerous of the games you got, especially the Rams game. Like I've said, it's going to determine if the Rams going to be a very crucial game for numerous reasons. Could be right at the end of the season where it's going to have to get a win to be able to stay in contention of going into the playoffs. I think, like you said, going into the Super Bowl is where I'd be gauging how far we are off them right here at this point in the season, facing them if they are going to be the team to go to the Super Bowl. I think both Chiefs games are going to be crucial, just depending on just gauging, are we going to get whooped up or are we going to be 30, 40 point games, just like always for the last few years, where Graham's going to know the system a lot more better. So he's going to be able to shut him down more, give Derek Carr a better option. So I think that's the most definite going to be a crucial game by the end of the season, gauging where you're at in their building in the beginning of the season. I think the Colts game is going to be a very crucial game, in my opinion, because gauging on how that team is, they're going to be tough going in. Gauging how Matt Ryan plays with the team, how we face up with them. Like I always say, like when you're getting towards the end of the season, in my personal opinion, I think the games that become the most important are playoff players that you're going to see in the playoffs. So if it was going to the Rams, that would be a Super Bowl team if we were to face them, if they made it there, which is a good point. Belichick, 100% crucial point in the season, in my opinion, because he knows Josh McDaniels. He's been there. He's trained them. He knows how he's ran that offense for so many years. Coming and playing us in the beginning of the season, going to have the joint practice. Then he's going to play us right there. Then that might be a team we're going to face in the playoffs. So massive. I think that's my most critical game in the whole season is going to be that game there.
All right, so is it my turn?
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
sir.
All right. Number one is going to shock some people, but for me, Week 12 at Seattle, that's another one of those trap games. We know how the Seahawks fan base can be. That environment's going to be crazy.
That's one of the best environments in football.
Facts. And another thing is we usually start off very well and flatten out towards the end of the year. Obviously, last year we kind of saw that earlier happen, and then they rose back up at the end of the season. So I think Week 12, we could be easily 7-3, 6-4, and 2019 against the Jets, we were 6-4, and we lost 34-3 and lost 4 straight games, missed the playoffs. That could be the same thing here, 7-3, 6-4, and you lose that one. 2020 against the Falcons, same thing, 6-4. Then you go on this losing streak.
Yeah.
Again,
I think anything can happen.
Yeah, I think that similar thing could happen with the Seahawks in Week 12. So that's my first one. My second one, I think I have the Pittsburgh Steelers Week 16 because the Steelers are always going to be in the mix. I don't care how bad their rosters or how bad it looks. Mike Tomlin, they're always going to be in the mix. So that could be for seeding. Could be for, we make it, we miss it. That could be the deciding game. We lost. We played them last year. We do play pretty well against the Steelers, but sometimes you just never know. It's any given Sunday type of thing. So, that one I think is – and, of course, the last one, Week 18, Kansas City, because, well, that could be for the division, could be to get us in the playoffs, could be to knock KC out. So yeah, those are my three most important.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, and there was someone in the chat. I do kind of pay attention to the chat. I'm not going to say too much with the chat, guys. Again, I just want to point this out. You're right. There still will be trap games. Okay, like I'm not necessarily going to say there's no trap games. Yes, McDaniels does not play around like Gruden may have been playing around, like I said, but I think there's still those games that you feel your team should win. You're the better team that you will probably lose. Like I said, the Seattle Seahawks, like he said, it's one of the best environments in football, and I agree, man. I don't know if you named. I don't think you said the Texans, but that's another trap game that's possibly. But
that one's earlier in the year. That's why I didn't name it.
Well, the reason I named it is because it's coming out of the bye. That's my reason.
You're right.
It's
a
big.
With the collapse.
We never wait. If I'm right, aren't we? Haven't we lost like last 5 years with after the bye week? Or
We've lost quite a bit. We've lost quite a bit, but this is why I don't think, in my opinion, why it's not, because you got people like Devontae, Waller, Renfro, Carr. You got veteran type players. You got Bolden in the backfield. Colt Miller.
Right. Yeah,
you have a lot of veteran mentality now and leadership, and the way that Josh McDaniels game schemes teams, he's doing it to the individual team.
I do.
But you are right. You're 100% right on the fact of how we've lost coming out of there.
Yes.
I 100% agree with that. I think like when you look back on their score record, McDaniels coming out of buys is like one of the best in the league.
I agree.
So.
I looked at the chat. You guys are right. McDaniels is one of the best. I have something to say
about the collapse, though. Let me just say that real quick. The thing with the collapse is, until they prove us they won't collapse year in, year out, like
you're gonna have those games you're scared.
Happen. Like the collapse could happen. It nearly happened last year, but we rallied at the end of the year. That could happen.
I did hear about the reason why we didn't collapse.
It's because Gruden kept overworking them towards the end of the year. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but I will say this. You're gonna be scared regardless of who you have at head coach when your team does have a history of it. But again, I agree with you guys. Everyone in the comments, I would put 1,500 that there isn't a collapse. Again, I agree with you. I don't want there
anything's possible. Anything's possible in football. And then you think at Levy Smith, dude, he's a defensive mind type person, dude. He's got Mills over there. He has Cooks. It's not like he doesn't have a team that could go out there and do it. So, I mean, I'm not disagreeing that aspect.
No. Here's the thing. I will say this, right? Again, you're right, guys. It's all about preparation, and I love our coordinators. I love the fact that we've never had this, but we have a team, right, that, one, it differently preps, right? It preps differently week to week. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I'm not going to get into this defense, right? I'm not getting into defense right now, but we have a few things to talk about Patrick Graham tonight. But yes, offensively, you're right. Josh McDaniels is one of the best in the NFL. He changes his gameplay. And let's be honest, we might not see, I don't know if we're going to say this, but I think we're going to have a change of running back week to week. It's going to be based off who is playing the best that week at practice. And we might not see a consistent starting running back this year. But again, games can go any way, any week. Guys, if you haven't heard the term any given week, there he is. Chris, if you want to give your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I definitely will. I think y'all's 3 must-win games this season. Obviously, every division game in the whole league is important. Everybody knows that. And one of them I have being the Kansas City Chiefs for y'all, week 18.
Facts.
I feel like y'all will be playing for a division title on Sunday Night Football against the Kansas City Chiefs.
It isn't Sunday night yet, but depending on heading into week 18, they're going to change up the game. So we'll see what they change up to. It's not right now. It's supposed to be a 1 o'clock game, but that's not. Let's be honest. I don't think That will be a 1 o'clock game. But continue.
And then I think another game that's important for like y'all to win would maybe be like, for me at least, the Saints, because depending on what y'all's record would be, where you guys are at, and knowing how New Orleans is. I don't know if that game is in Vegas or New Orleans
It's in New Orleans. Here's my problem. I've said the same thing about this. Now, I think we've all seen this by now. Alvin Kamara might be out for a while.
Yeah.
Based off his incident. Now, I've said this.
Six game suspension.
It'll probably be. It could be longer. It could be. He's bracing for 6 to a full season. But I want to point this out. I would bet. Hey man, I hope we do go to the playoffs. But here's the thing, right? When I talk about the Saints, their season will go one of two ways. If Michael Thomas, it's dependent on Michael Thomas's health and Alvin Kamara's availability. If those two are not available by week 6, fully healthy both, you're gonna have a much different game plan heading in. And I've said the same thing with the San Fran 49ers. You don't know what they're going to be like this year with a new quarterback and a wide receiver that doesn't want to be there. But
yeah, that's true. If you're the 49ers, which in that case, they don't know. Anyways, getting back to the Raiders, the third important game I have for y'all to win is the New England one.
Yep.
Just because, it's Bill Belichick versus Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
And
I wish that was a primetime game. Or is it primetime? Isn't it Sunday night? Tarman, can you confirm or deny that?
What happened?
Can you confirm or deny it? Isn't the Patriot game a Sunday night game?
Let's see. I have the schedule pulled up. Let me see.
That.
All right. It is a Sunday. It says it's Sunday 5:20 p.m. Pacific.
That's nighttime. Yeah. Okay. We got a Sunday night game against the Patriots. Is it at home or away?
That's at home.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. I can't wait, man. Again, I agree with you on all those teams. I just can't wait for this year. If you guys have anything else to add,
I'll say something. I like having a non-Raiders fan in here just to get opinions of how other people view us.
Okay.
That should be pointed out.
If you're all ready, we can move on to the next subject.
For sure.
This was something that came out from a former Raider, guys. One second. If y'all know what I'm talking about, it is the Warren Sapp Kaepernick workout. Guys, I heard this was an embarrassing. This was an atrocious. It was horrible. Just like Kaepernick didn't even show up. I heard this was a horrible workout, and that's why we have not been in contact with him. Again, moving in. Do I think it was that bad as he says it was? I don't know. You can never really tell. But I don't personally think that they would have worked him out if they thought that he was going to be this bad. So I personally think it was a little better than Warren Sapp is making it out to seem. But there's a chance it was that bad of a workout. If it was that bad, I wish we would have gotten a little more insight into it. But what are your guys' thoughts on this? Like, do you think it was that bad as Warren Sapp? I'll be honest with you. I've seen worse players, or I feel like there's been worse players having workouts. So I don't know. You can start.
I got something. All right, so I feel like it wasn't as bad as what he was saying, but I still think it was pretty bad.
No, it was bad.
If you can't impress a team whose backup quarterbacks are Nick Mullins, Jarrett Stidham, and Chase Garbers competing, like, you definitely didn't have a good workout at all. Just by name value, you would think Colin Kaepernick is better than all three of those guys, but apparently he's worse.
I think
That's
it's because he's been out of the league for so long.
Yeah, and it's just
Listen. I
work
said
all
from
you
the start
want,
this was a
but
bad idea to work him out. I didn't think he was going to work out.
I'll say this: Kaepernick, man. I don't care what anybody says, dude. And if anybody knows anything about Kaepernick, he was already falling off 2 years before he ever even came to the knee and fucking did that. His stats were declining massively, dude. Don't forget, he took that knee when Blaine Gabbert was the one that got the starting job. Like,
I actually
that's
like
the whole things when I'm looking at Kaepernick. These are two factual truths. You can look good in a park throwing a ball to anybody. That doesn't have shit to do with anything. But when it comes out to being on a field with people coming full speed at you all over again, you know, like, and not being into that game mode, like, look, it's hard enough for dudes to go a few weeks to come in and be acculated. It's hard enough for a guy to go a whole year to sit
4
and
years?
say, like, that you're going to sit out for 6 straight years, come back, and he ain't freaking Michael Jordan, man. Sorry, and he wasn't Michael Jordan before he left the damn NFL. So
he was bad when he left.
Okay. I was okay with just giving him an opportunity, just to see what he has left.
Yeah.
You know, I'm okay with it just because Al Davis would have did it just because that's what he does. Like, I'm okay with that because that's what Raiders do. But at the same time, like, I've said it from the whole entire start. Why would you even bring him to try him if he can't beat out frickin' Mullins? And I'm taking Mullins any day of the week because he's acclimated to the game every single day. And not only that, he can manage games. He knows how to win games. He's been in these deals for the last. Like Colin Kaepernick, dude, do you get a Colin Kaepernick that comes in and wants to play football, or do you get one that comes in and starts poisoning your team? You know, like, I'm good on that shit.
Like I said, we've revived careers. We have. But Aguilar, Darren Waller. But there's a fine line between reviving and trying to save the man's career after 6 years. And this would have taken a milestone for us to even try to keep him on. I said this from the start. I even like what Chase Garbers did in college. I think he's someone to look out for. I think he's like, 21, 22? Young quarterback.
I'll take Chase Garbers over Cap any day of the week.
I know nothing about him, so I
actually heard a little from him from some Raider fans. It's not like a talked about guy, but when we got the notice of him trying out, some Raider fans came, sliding up on my story like, well, he's not making it. We have Nick Mullins, Chase Garbers, and Derek Carr, like I said. And like I said, I mean, if Derek Carr,
you got Stenham, and I don't even think Cap can beat out Stenham. So come on.
I mean, and I'll be honest, if I had to ask you guys, like, who is
Stidham is not NFL caliber. I don't care what anybody says. He just
hell
doesn't.
No. Bill
It's
Belichick
gonna be Nick
said
Mullins.
straight
It's
up.
gonna be Nick Mullins and Derek Carr. That's gonna be the quarterback.
Bill Belichick said that Stidham ain't option A, B, or C, or D. He's like, no option.
He's just not NFL caliber.
Why did we?
He can go to the CFL. Like,
I never understood.
XFL, like,
I never understood why we traded for him. But
I'll tell you why. Because I think it was a baller move on Zangler's part. Because he took that 6th round, traded it for a 7th, and then he got Stenham back over there. He got Stenham back. Then he took that 7th, trade Edwards over there to the Falcons, and got a 5th. So he took and turned it into a 5th round pick. And then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you cut Mullins or if you cut Stenham going into the season because we took that 6th and made a 5th out of it. So it doesn't matter at that point. Like, that's how I feel. When he made that move, I knew right away. I'm like, this guy, you're not going to go over. I personally don't think, unless it just Chase just falls off the damn board, which I highly doubt it. This is a Josh McDaniels dude, check down, got good arm. He's got good awareness, accuracy, practice squad player, 100%. Mullins, he's going to be the backup. I mean, there's no way Stenham beats Mullins. I think Stenham's here for more of the relaying the playbook to these people to get acclimated faster.
I like Nick Mullins as a veteran. I do.
I like Gardner's numbers in college. I look at his numbers in college; they're actually really good.
Yeah, no, I would say this. Chris,
he's a damn good player. I've said it from the get-go. Don't be surprised this dude shows up in camp and freaking takes Mullins' job. Like, I like Chase Garber a lot, man.
Yeah. But yeah, Chris, if you got anything to add on, what are your thoughts?
Let's see. My thoughts on the Warren Sapp cap workout if y'all are still talking about that.
Yeah, no, we are.
My thoughts on it are just like, you know, why?
Yep.
Why even let this guy, come back and try out? The dude's been out of the league for 6 years. He's got
Again, because it
nothing.
was what our former owner would have done. Just to see what he has. And you know what? It doesn't hurt because we didn't give him a contract. We didn't give him money to come over and try out. So with no money thrown at him to try out, I guess just see what he has. And apparently he didn't have what it took. So it didn't hurt us. Didn't hurt anyone, really.
I mean, it didn't even hurt. Like you just said, it didn't even hurt y'all. But my thing was like, dude, why even let the guy come back? He has nothing to prove, and before he stepped out of the league, his stats were declining. Like,
it's because he has this dream that he can come back and become a star, and everyone laughed at him. And he did prove them wrong in the fact that he did come in, at least try out for a team. So, it wasn't gonna work out. I said that, but again,
I think it had a lot of PR moves in that deal, a lot of them, because Mark Davis had those accusations brought up against him, man, about what that fake vice president said, this, that, and the other. Perfect timing on the Kaepernick deal to switch the topics, go over there. I mean, I think there is so much more to the whole cap deal than anything, but I agree, just like Chris, why in the hell you even bother? Like, I don't give a shit. We've been talking, and don't get me wrong, just so people understand, it wasn't just something Mark came up with instantly. Mark has said this since the day that Kaepernick's left, that Mark is not against bringing Kaepernick in for a tryout. He's left it up to every coach that's came to their decision. But Mark has repeatedly said since Kaepernick left the NFL that if Kaepernick wanted to work out, he was willing to give him a workout. Just it had to be up to the coach. So it wasn't something that Mark just literally said out of the blue. He's been saying this for last 5-7 years, so 5 years at least.
If you guys are ready, we're at the next topic. My question to you guys are: who are the best undrafted free agents that we signed? One of them I actually really like. The guy that actually Dustin has brought up, Bryce Crosby, safety. Didn't we sign an undrafted? I feel like we signed an undrafted free agent linebacker. I can't remember.
Yeah, from Notre Dame.
Yeah. I said that. Like, who do you guys think is like the best undrafted free agents that we have on this team? And who has the best possibility to make the roster?
I thought it was Trey Turner before he got released. I'll say that real quick. I thought he was going to be a really good player for us. But
where was he from?
He was from Virginia Tech. We cut him after like a week, though.
Oh, okay.
Wait. You said Trey Turner?
Yeah, Trey Turner came and we booted him the minute we got Keelan Cole.
Is he a guard?
No, wide receiver from Virginia Tech.
Not that Trey Turner. That's a veteran guard. No. Yeah. We're talking about undrafted free agents that are in the NFL right now, or that were just entering the NFL this year. But yeah,
I think
I like Bryce Crosby. I think he has the best possibility of anyone to make the roster.
Bryce Crosby.
Didn't we talk about Isaiah or whatever the
Isaiah
fuck is
I like him too.
No, I've heard. I haven't really.
He's going to get royalty because of Troy. I said, that if he goes into the practice squad, I'm not going to be disappointed. But when we're looking at a safety position in the player, he can't be
staying on the field.
Say again.
I said he's had issues staying on the field.
It's on the field. That's what I was going to say. He comes from where I come from, USC. And that guy right there, he's good when he plays. But then, like you say, showing up is a whole nother option. But if we're going to be sitting here comparing a player, Bryce Crosby's way better than Paul Malu because he can play slot, he can play safety. He's way more versatile. This dude's a weapon.
In coverage.
Facts, dude. This guy's going to kill it. You can cut down Levitt. You can cut down Levitt this second and put Bryce Crosby there and be better instantly. So, younger special teams player. Versatile player. I love Sincere McCormick. Was easily one of my favorite UDFAs by far.
Actually, I have an update on
far.
I have an update on that. Apparently, he actually was injured and he's had surgery. It was a successful surgery, of course. Get better, McCormick. Hopefully, we get to see you next year. Ball out on the Raiders. But yeah, he was actually kind of my favorite. I wanted
Yeah, he
to.
was easily
Part of
my
me,
favorite.
I'll be honest. Part of me wanted to see him like get some snaps as a running back this year, but we'll get to see him next year. With less, I would say he's gonna have a little less competition, to be honest. But we'll see.
Oh well, you move on from Jacobs. That's the spot he's taken. I mean,
Drake.
there's no damn doubt about it,
I think
man.
Jacobs and Drake will both be going after this year.
Facts. Well, Drake's going bye-bye. I can tell you that right now. Unless he's traded to move on, they did the contract, so they have 4 years dead money of $2 million per year. So when they restructured his contract this year, they gave him $4 million right now, and then the next 4 years there is all dead money at $2 million, $2 million, $2 million, $2 million.
It was a great contract.
That tells you that Zengler and Josh are going to be willing to pay the $2 million per year to move on from him. So he's going bye-bye. I mean, and then Jacobs, I mean, he's 100% going bye-bye. I mean, they're not going to go pay him the money. He's not going to take $5-6 million. This team's already got depth all the way back.
He doesn't seem like the type of guy to want to take a backstop to other running backs either. Like, he's going to want out this year.
Well, you look at it, and I mean, I wouldn't say that because he did that where he was at in Alabama. I mean, they were running back by committee. He actually wasn't a very sought after halfback in college. That's why I think we took him, because the miles on him weren't as much as the other guy that was running all the time. But
yeah,
I don't think he's that type of person to worry about it. What I think his issue is where he comes from, being poor, coming to the NFL, working his ass off. Is this guy really going to turn and say, like, this will be the deciding factor, I think. And I'm not going to say Josh will be just 100% gone, but if Josh says, if I stay here after this year, the way the team plays, and I can get a Super Bowl going forward, is it worth staying here for $5 or $7 million? Or do I load up and I go to another team where I just get paid for my whole career and not go to a Super Bowl? I mean, those are big deciding factors, I think, in my opinion.
I just want to answer this question. Would you guys be willing to pay him like a 4 or 5 year contract? So say it was like 4 years, like $24 million.
4 year, 24. I would be willing to give him, but I don't think he would want that. Especially with how
I do feel like he's kind of gonna want more money, but
I think he's every bit worth 10, 12. I mean, every bit worth 10, 12. Apparent to the people out there, people can say whatever they want about Josh. Even Josh injured and not showing up to games, he still made 900 yards, and he's had 2 1,000-yard seasons. You go put him in Josh's scheme with that line, he might be even more deadly. Even in Gruden's scheme, when Josh was on the deal, look at that Chargers game. He pounded the fuck out of that ball right down their neck. Yeah. And he's done that in Atlanta. He's done it in the Saints. Yeah. He's done it in numerous big games where this man will pound the ball. And I'm not going to go against him. It's just,
I will be honest. I don't see that $10 million going to him. I hate to say
I said it's got to be 5 to 7 at tops. I mean, I think Josh and them would be willing to give him 7, because if you go look at Saquon Barkley right now, that's about where he's at, $7 million. And I think when you're going to play,
I do think he's more valuable than
I've said 100 times, I would trade Jacobs right now for Saquon because he's a better scat back, dude, in the open field catching. 100%.
The problem is with Saquon Barkley, he is injury prone.
Yes, that's my issue.
That's
but again,
I have something to say about this. Josh Jacobs, I thought he was going to get paid by the team until they drafted Zamir White in the 4th round.
I kind of knew.
Double dipped at running back in the draft too. Got the.
I kind of knew before even the draft. I knew what type of draft. I kind of said it. I think I said to you in a chat once. I said we were going to be drafting a running back, at least one. Because the way the scheme works is you have a bunch of running backs fight out for their position. Again,
I mean, don't sleep on Britton. Don't sleep on Britton Brown, dude, either, because Britton Brown's a fucking beast, man. And that's the whole thing. Why I think like Jacobs can be Look, Jacobs can be a very valuable player to the Raiders. I've never disargued that point, especially in this lineup. I've just said, like, I would give him the 4-year, 24 or 28 million. I'd be good to give him 28 million. I think it'd be just fine. I mean, I'm not against that because his age, where he's at, how good when he's healthy. And I mean, it's not like he don't try to stay healthy. He's only missing a few games. So again, I've said 900 yards out of him, I would take, long story short, you got to start thinking about where Bolden is going to be here only a few more years. He's probably only good in the NFL a few more years. Zamir White, I've said, I think he'll be better than Jacobs just because he's one gap scheme cut player.
Yeah.
Counters, things like that. Something Josh ain't been good in. But long story short, yes, in my UDFAs, I would say my favorite ones were going to be Bryce Crosby by far and frickin' Sincere McCormick.
Yeah.
I have another thing with the running backs. There's a lot of running backs.
We have like 7 running backs on the roster right now.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying.
We're only going to keep 3 or 4 at the most.
You're going to keep 4 because you're going to keep you'll keep 4 because Josh or Jacob Johnson for sure.
Yeah. We're going to move to the next topic. PFF, man, what the fuck you doing, bro? What the fuck are you doing? Man, I got to see this chat, man. This is crazy. So I'm not really mad. I just found it crazy. But they ranked us for wide receiver core rankings. They have Cincinnati at 1, which I'm not mad at. They have probably the best trio in the league. They made Tampa number 2, even though they're not going to have Chris Godwin this year that much. So outside of Mike Evans, who do they have at receiver?
Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin's injured.
Snap, I forgot.
Yeah, they say that he's going to probably take the pub by the time he gets there, but you have Scott Mills. I mean, you have good players over there, so I would not. And they drafted a good wide receiver too. So and again, you're playing with Tom Brady. Tom Brady, his whole career is taking no-name wide receivers and made them good. So
watch for Russell Gage to break.
Then you got 2 badass tight ends and Bates and OJ, or what is it, OJ?
OJ's in the Bills now.
Oh, who's the other guy? They had 3, but
they don't count tight ends.
Russell Gage is going to break out for the Bucs this year.
No, but
that's what I was thinking.
They're not counting tight ends.
He's going to kill it for them. Fucking Atlanta versus them by far.
But yeah, they're not counting tight ends, by the way. But they had number 3, the Dolphins. I don't agree with this one. I'll be honest. I think the Raiders are over the Dolphins 100% of the time.
I mean, they have Tyreek, they have Waddle. Who else did they got though?
No one. And also, no. I'm not a believer in the Dolphins having a better wide receiver core. I don't care. They have the Philadelphia Eagles over us. Thank you.
The Eagles don't even have a good receiving core. Their receiving core is literally A.J. Brown.
You have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, but neither of them hit 1,000 yards last year.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear this stupid fucking discussion. I'm telling you right now, the Raiders clear them. And then they had us. It said that we are pretty much, bro, the way they made this seem is that we're tied with the San Francisco 49ers.
The Niners could have
you said that, did you say the Dolphins, like, you can't discredit the receiving core of the Dolphins. I mean, if they're sitting there trying to say that the Dolphins receiving core is better on paper than ours, it is. There's no doubt about it. I mean, if you were matching wide receiver position, you're lucky. They got Cedric Wilson over there too. So, I mean, that team is no slouch in the wide receiver core.
It's not better than ours, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro.
Just names. I mean, dude, we don't have a Cedric Wilson as our 3rd wide receiver.
You don't need a Cedric Wilson. You have a Keelan Cole. You don't need.
Cedric Wilson better than Keelan Cole. That's facts.
And then
he might be, but you don't need extra stars. And also, these guys, if you look at it on paper,
I'm just saying, if we're naming name wise, yes.
If we're talking skill wise, it's the Raiders. What the fuck happened to my computer? Okay,
the Raiders are more top heavy at receiver. That's something I noticed.
Well, I like the depth we have. What the fuck is going on, bro?
Depth is all right. Is all right.
Here's the thing: you don't need outside Devontae and him, you just need the guys that are gonna step up when they're needed. But there's no debate for the 49ers over the Raiders.
Yeah, because Debo is not a top 10 wide receiver, so 100%. There's no way they're better than us.
But I'm
The
gonna
Niners
be
also
honest.
don't
I'm
know how
not
to use
even.
their receivers.
I'm also not taking the Eagles receivers over us.
I'm not.
AJ Brown
I'd
is
say-
not better than fucking Devontae Adams, and frickin' Smith is not better than Renfro. So I agree in that. But that's what I'm saying. Like when you look at the Dolphins, if you're saying like Adams player wise skill, like you can't slouch fucking Tyreek Hill. He's had 34 fucking touchdowns. I mean, this dude is a beast in the open field.
He's not on. He's not on that same level, bro. He's not on that
I'm
same
saying
level.
as the player of last year playing for the team, we've yet to see him play here. So those
He's
are
not gonna produce.
speculations.
That's my
Those are
issue. Here's my
speculations at that
biggest
point.
issue.
Our speed.
But here's my
Speed
biggest
everywhere.
issue. But here's my biggest issue with the Dolphins, bro. They're not going to produce like the Raiders will.
Mike McDaniels ain't a slouch head coach either. That dude is a beast, man.
They
He's
got
a hell of a
speed
smart
over
player.
there.
They got
He's a
The
hell.
Dolphins have
but
speed.
the quarterback.
Well,
But here's
you
my
got
issue, right?
Edmonds, dude. You got Monster, dude. You got Cedric
Edmonds,
Wilson. You
Mostert.
got freaking Jalen
Okay, so we're just
Waddle.
naming anyone now. I
Raheem
can
Mostert
see.
too.
But here's my
Those
point.
are
with the
all
Dolphins,
big
right?
time people. Those ain't just anybody.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: they're going to take more time than the Raiders to actually produce. That's my biggest issue. They're not going to produce right away like the Raiders will, because they're not. They don't have the chemistry. They don't.
I'm not going to disagree against that.
And listen, if you're talking about like because this is supposed to be based off who will produce better and stuff, then there's no debate because the Raiders might be number 2 or 3 just based off chemistry and knowing each other now. And the scheme, that's what makes it more better because I mean, if your receivers are going to be better, right? You can't have a question mark at quarterback. That's just how I feel. Like if you have question marks like the Dolphins and the Eagles, I don't think you should be over us, but
Yeah, and I just say, like, when you're looking at that, when you're saying that, yes, I believe Josh McDaniel's scheme is going to acculate players faster because Mike McDaniel's never done it yet. He's just been a coach on somebody else's team.
he's been
so
under
he's
Kyle
never
Shanahan.
had. Yeah, well, he's been under numerous people, not just Shanahan.
No,
Shanahan.
that's what
I
I'm
mean,
just saying. He's been under.
yeah,
recently.
he's that guy's traveled all
But
over the place.
If I'm talking about like who I think is gonna have like based off.
Because I mean, if
I'm
you're
just
telling me you would take Keelan Cole over Cedric Wilson, that's crazy. I'd take Cedric
No,
Wilson.
I'm not saying
any day.
that. What I'm saying is, I mean, Cedric Wilson's been an inconsistent receiver too. He's never had a consistent role, so we'll see how he does with the.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think because it took him 8 games to get 300 yards. It took him there 9 to get 300 yards. He's not.
And I've always
consistent.
said Josh McDaniel's system's going to make no-name receivers good. Period. He's done it. The whole time he's been in his team with the Patriots.
Nah,
And he
but
did
I'll be
it
honest.
with the Broncos.
If I'm
He
ranking this
did it with
receiving
Tim
core, bro.
Tebow. I mean, Josh ain't no slouch in what he does.
Yeah, I get that. I'm gonna be honest though. If I'm ranking our receiving core among every receiving core, it's top 3 to 5. It's
Damn right.
3 to 4.
All day.
It's 3 or 4 to me.
Yeah.
I can't make that debate of the Miami Dolphins just based off chemistry issues and quarterback question marks, and the Dolphins or the Eagles just.
I don't even know how the Eagles are in the conversation up there with the two they got. So.
I don't even want
It's
to
the
debate
AJ
that.
Brown hype. They're just hyped that they got
No,
AJ
bro, they
Brown.
want it, bro. You know what? If Dick Sucking was a fucking sport, bro, Eagle fans would win, bro.
I thought Chargers fans. You were talking about Chargers fans earlier. Just saying.
Bro, I can't stand Eagle fans and I can't stand Charger fans. Wait, what the fuck happened? Oh, I skipped. Wait, did I skip? Oh, shit, okay. I marked it. I didn't even talk about that yet. Okay, never mind. I got mad because I thought I skipped it. Never mind, it's right here. But
What's the next one?
But I will say this. Yeah, I think the Raiders wide receivers are going to produce really well. But here, I saw this video. Adam Rank is a
retard.
That's
No,
the one
no,
guy
you know
I
what?
didn't want the Raiders to predict to do good.
No, I'll be honest though. Last year, this fucking bald-headed Eagle bitch said we were going 4-13, bro.
That's why I didn't want him to think we would do good because now we're gonna do.
Nah, but this dumb motherfucker. I can't remember. I think he made some fucking excuse, bro. I can't stand his bald bitch. But Adam Rank, bro, this might be the first time I ever give you respect. Let's thank you for actually like believing. even though I think everyone called him crazy when he said that. I really don't know what to say. Like, I don't get how a team can find so much, like, some Raider fans are classy. Thank you. I'm so classy, man. Nah, but I can't stand that guy. I can't, bro. Whatever you want to say, I can't stand him, bro. But I think but
He
we can all
literally has the Commanders going 3-14.
I'm
That's a bit far. Commanders
I'll
are
be
a 7
honest
to
though,
8
this
win
is the
team.
same guy who's never had good predictions, bro. Like I don't know what to tell you. He's just
I
never
mean,
been.
I think Carson Wentz is way better than fucking
Heineke.
Heidenke for
He is.
sure. And I mean, let's just be real. I mean, he threw 27 touchdowns with 4 interceptions. I mean, it's not like fucking he didn't fucking do good as in quarterback stats last year.
But here's my
I don't like, dude. I would say like 10-7. You know, I mean, because I'm not gonna lie, I do believe the Eagles. If the Eagles pan out, they do have on paper better built team. Dallas. I mean, the way the division's gone in that division there. I mean, it's hella tough because I even said with Dallas when they went on where they went last year, that was a fake fucking record
Hey.
because that division was pretty weak, man. Like,
Another thing with
so
the
I
NFC
don't like
East,
that, but I would say that the Redskins can most definitely be 10-7. I mean, they have the players, the capability, the quarterback to manage the games now. Like,
hey, you want me to say something else about the NFC East? Is that in their division, there's a different division winner every year for like the last 15 years.
So true. So true.
again, I have the Eagles winning that division. I'll be honest.
I said the same.
I
What
did
do
too.
you have them winning at though?
11-6.
At least 11-12. I'll be honest. I don't have. Okay, I'll be honest though. I don't have y'all winning. Well, I can't say
I have
that based off.
Washington winning 7 to
I
8
think they
games,
can
maybe
be
9.
9. I think they can be 9-8, 10-17. Like, I
I
You
have
could
them
really
at the
be.
believe
7. I have just
I'm
I
having
think
you between
mediocre.
7 to 9
look,
wins. I'll be
look,
the
honest. I have
Cowboys
you.
are gonna fall
everyone
off. I mean, McCarthy's a dink, dude. Their fucking team's gonna fall off over there.
Oh yeah, Kyler Murray still wants like 60 mil. How about you go tell him to play some fucking baseball, bro? Get off.
So I can see the Redskins even beating out them or Dallas going down the deal. I mean, but I do believe on paper, looking at that Eagles team stacked as fuck. So I don't care what anybody says. I mean, putting James Bradbury in that backfield like that, fucking getting the receivers they got over there right now. I mean, like I've said, I think the Eagles' biggest deal is going to be which Jalen Hurts are you getting that shows up. I mean,
He's
that's where I think
inconsistent.
it's
That's
gonna.
his issue.
That's where I think it is. That's why I said I can see Washington being right in that area because you have Dak that's inconsistent too at points where Carson Wentz has played pretty consistent at the time. I just think so many things have happened to him over those years. He's just never had the. I mean, why? No other team would move off a quarterback that had 27-4. I mean, they ain't gonna fucking do that. So I don't know what the hell
Dude,
that was all about.
the Colts have
I-
changed quarterbacks for like 7 straight.
I'm gonna say
5 straight.
this. I'm gonna say this. I have us getting into the playoffs at 10-7, and
Yeah, it can happen.
I'm not just saying that because I'm a Redskins fan or because we have an easy schedule, but it's because I look at our team and I'm thinking like, dude, if our defense can get together and our offense produces, we should be fine. Here's my thing though. How come everybody says this could be like Carson Wentz's last year at, possibly a starting job? Carson Wentz has only had one bad year, and that was in 2020. Everybody knows it. And
You have a young
thing,
quarterback, so if you really wanted to make this debate, yes, this is probably his last year starting with you guys, possibly, just because if you really believe in your young quarterback after year 1, you're going to start him. You drafted Sam Howell. He was good in college. He was.
I mean,
I said I
hey,
would take him if he was the closest Raider quarterback I would have got.
They said Sam Howell is a long-term developmental project.
Sam Howell's not going to be their franchise quarterback. Let's just be honest real quick.
Dude, Sam Howell has got a fucking arm, bro.
Hey,
That
he can
North
run.
Okay,
Carolina,
Tarman, bro.
North Carolina.
If
This is where
Tarman,
Sam Howell has the problem is his fucking knee, his left knee. If that fucking thing is out, then they claim that he has a dead leg, is what they call it. So they say in the NFL he has a dead leg. But if that fucking guy doesn't and he can produce, I mean, that motherfucker is a gun-slinging motherfucker. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Carson Wentz was solid last year. He had 3,500 yards, 27 touchdowns, 7 picks, 95 QB rating.
don't be worried, bro. Stop
worrying.
worrying about these narratives out there, bro. Don't listen to those stupid
Hey,
media narratives. We'll talk about that
Carson
next.
Wentz
Yeah, our
just
team, the 12
played
and 5,
bad
I
in
picked us
one
12
game.
and 5,
There was
100%.
one game that he played
What's up?
bad in. It was against the Jaguars week 18. That was the one bad game he had.
Bro, listen,
Other than that, he played really good.
I'm not really gonna pay attention to what he did last year. The Colts, they're sorry, bro. They were run by a sorry motherfucker, bro. I'm not even trying to hear it, bro. Apparently the Raiders are not signing Sue right now. I'm not worried about that. We'll sign him when we need to. Don't worry about it.
The thing with the Colts is they have a good roster. It's just they don't have any weapons for him to throw to.
Okay, but that's my point. What do you expect a motherfucker to do when you have no weapons and you literally got worse on
Pittman's a
offense?
beast, dude, and T.Y. Hilton's good too. So I mean, I wouldn't say they don't have nobody.
They don't have T.Y. Hilton. They don't have Paris Campbell. They don't have any of these guys.
No, they have Paris Campbell still. Paris Campbell's still there.
Oh wait, not him. They lost someone else.
Where did Hilton go?
He's a free agent. He's not coming back. He's doing.
Hey, I'm gonna just say this.
Oh, Zach Pascal.
Yeah, he's coming.
I'm gonna just say this. Thanks for having me on here. I'm gonna get off now. But thank you for having me on here and everything like that.
Time,
I would like to, do this with you guys again. So thank you very much.
I'll keep you in the group chat and we'll talk again.
All right, man.
See ya.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Okay, why were we talking about Paris Campbell like he was a good weapon? He has 360 career yards in 3 years.
Yeah. No, I thought they lost him, but it was Zach Pascal or whatever.
Yeah, Zach Pascal's the one they lost. He's actually good.
They don't have T.Y. Hilton. They literally have one receiver.
What's their receivers' names on that team?
Michael Pittman, who's good.
He's a beast. I'll take that dude.
But outside him,
either way, what's the next ones?
They have like Ashton Doolin, Paris Campbell.
They selected a rookie.
Campbell's got good catching skill.
They selected a rookie. Like
they took the Cincinnati guy. What's the Cincinnati speedster? God, fuck.
They have
Michael Pierce.
Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce. There we
go. I mean, he's a pretty good player too. So I mean, I like I said. I mean, again, all the time when you can look at. I mean, look at the Saints. Saints got a badass little team going on over there.
They arguably got worse this offseason. They really did. Outside quarterback, like they didn't add anyone. So what happened?
No, they added Brandon Facyson.
But let's keep it real, right? What are we expecting to happen with Matt Ryan if he doesn't get them to the playoffs? He's gonna get replaced because they think it's the quarterback.
It's not. It's just their roster. They overrate their roster.
Again.
I mean,
tell that to the fucking sorry owner.
They made the playoffs.
I mean, they've actually picked up some players because if I remember right, didn't Stephen Gilmore go there?
Yeah, they got Gilmore.
And then so did Yannick. I mean, they didn't not just pick up players. They got good players over there.
The thing is,
Gilmore,
I think the Colts win their division this year.
He was not great, bro.
I mean, we can speculate wide receiver because that's like saying any wide receiver deal. I mean, go look at the Falcons. Got a pretty nice lineup over there, but is Brian Edwards showing up?
Tell me the difference. Tell me the difference between them and the Ravens. They're literally the same teams. Great defensive teams. And they have zero offense.
Hold on. Are you saying tell you the difference of the offense between those two teams?
The Colts are winning their division this year.
They might.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's going to manage that team way better than the fucking Lamar Jackson with Bateman, which even though I love Bateman, don't get me wrong, I think he's a fucking beast. But
I'm not saying
Lamar Jackson ain't going to fucking outplay quarterback-wise.
What I'm asking you is, wait, time out. What'd you say? Matt Ryan's better than Lamar?
No, he said he's
Oh,
gonna
fuck,
manage the
quarter
team better.
passing wise? Fuck yeah, he is.
I'm not talking about pass, bro. I'm talking about as a
I mean, hey, you can go run all you want. I'm saying as a pocket
Okay,
passing quarterback
I'm gonna
throwing,
skip
I'm
past
going
it,
Matt
okay?
Ryan.
Sure, okay, you can say Matt Ryan's better. I thought you said as a quarterback. As a quarterback, I'm saying Matt Ryan, who's a former MVP. But beyond that,
I mean,
I'm saying the
both of
way
them
the
are
team is.
former
Wait. But here's my point. The
Your
way the teams are
question was
built.
which offense was going to be better in there, and I'm saying Matt Ryan
That's
with the
not what my
Colts
question was.
offense.
My question was
got
the way the
Jonathan.
team was built. The way the teams are built, they're pretty much built the same. They want to win defensively. They want to win the games by
And
winning
pounding
defense.
the ball.
Yep, that's my point. They're running first teams with great defenses. So, yes, you can make the argument that they have a better offense, but I'll be honest, any day of the week, I'm taking that Ravens secondary. But
Matt Ryan is really gonna be a game manager.
he's just gonna have to
He's
game
way
manage. But
better. He's
if he
way
doesn't
better
game
manager
manage
than
them
Lamar
to
will ever
the
be
playoffs,
in the NFL.
but if he game manages and they don't make the playoffs, I can just see him getting replaced because that sorry owner. What is his name? Jim Irsay again?
Yeah.
Well, the difference is that Matt Ryan ain't going to go lose games like fucking Carson did Wilson or Wentz did last year. That's facts. Wentz got his ass beat down the stretch by far.
Carson Wentz
Matt
is very
Ryan ain't. You're
streaky.
not going to see that with Ryan.
So they picked up Matt Ryan so they could avoid choking. That made sense.
No,
I
they
mean,
picked
when
up
you're
We're gonna
looking
move
at
on
not
to
Matt
this.
Ryan,
losing two
Stephon Gilmore,
games,
and Yannick Ngakwe. Oh wait,
Yeah.
Matt Ryan.
Wait, what?
They got Matt Ryan, Stephon Gilmore, and Yannick Ngakwe. They definitely improved.
Sure. I mean, you can say that. I didn't say they didn't, but
They're gonna win their division. The Titans got worse. The Texans or whatever, and the Jags or whatever.
facts. I mean, there's not
Titans
about.
I wouldn't
They're
even
not
sleep
gonna
on the
win the
Titans.
division
I'll say
because
the
of
Titans are right there with
talent.
them. The Titans and them are going to be within a game or two.
They're not gonna win their division because of talent. They're gonna win it because it's a sorry division.
Well,
I
no,
think when
I'm
you're
not talking about. I
looking
didn't
at
say that. Now listen. I wouldn't.
when you're looking
I'm
at
being
Todd
honest.
Downey being the offensive coordinator, fuck, you're in trouble. You're in fucking trouble.
I'll be honest though. I'm taking Mike Vrabel over whoever the fuck is coaching that fucking Colts team.
Wright?
I don't care.
Frank
I don't
Wright?
give a fuck. Yeah, I'm taking Mike Vrabel as a top tier coach in the league, undebatably.
Over Frank Wright.
Let's just move on to the next
Hold
one.
on, hold on. The coach that's over there with the Colts now is
Frank Wright.
Yeah, fuck. I don't know if I'd say that.
Nah, bro, that's not a debate, bro. It's not even fair, bro. Raiders advantages, bro. We're talking about the Raiders' advantages in their own division. I've already said this. I think
best receiving core. That's number one.
I think number one would be depth. Just having ability at depth at every position.
Oh yeah, no, that's something that the Patriots always build was depth, next man up mentality.
And I love the way we built the team. I'll be honest. Like, I mean,
different than other years for sure, and it's interesting. I like.
I'll be honest. I had this. I think we have the best offense in this division.
Oh, that's tough.
I think we do because we're gonna. Okay, if you think about it, we're gonna have more chemistry. Just the fact.
Okay, the Chargers are gonna have more chemistry on offense if you're talking about like chemistry.
What?
Chemistry. The Chargers, I think, probably have the best offense in the division. Not trying to be biased. Wait, why am I?
Well,
the fact is, chemistry. They've been together longer. They got better chemistry. They've been there longer.
Like they have Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler going to year 3 together. And
I mean, Derek Carr and Hunter Renfrow are elite duo as it is, and then you had Devontae, who they already have connection, bro. Darren Waller entering what year 3 or 4?
The Chargers also have a better offensive line than us.
3. Well, we'll see how that comes out. We'll see how that comes out because I'm not going to buy that. I ain't going to buy that. Basilio thought,
I just feel like
this is the thing I've always said about Patriot teams, man. These guys think that they're going to be slacking somewhere. They're going to fix it. And they didn't go nowhere outside of fucking Parham to identify that deal outside of Munford, dude.
Bro,
so I don't think our line's as weak as people are saying.
This hype train. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't buy this hype train on Rashawn Slater. Yes, he had a great year, but come on, let's chill out. Just wait for one more year. That's what I tell on every person who has a great year. I said the same thing with Jamar Jefferson. I talk about every position, right? I want to see Rashawn Slater do it more consistently. Outside of him and Lindsey, right? Lindsey or whatever the fuck his name is. It's Corey Linsley. I know his name is Corey Linsley, right? Who do they have across that whole line? They drafted a dude in the first round. Zion
They got-
Johnson. This show
They
would
got two
actually
guys, I think. They picked up two guys in the draft, if I remember right.
They probably did.
they drafted like a 7th rounder, but this show would actually be talking about all the NFL teams. What do you mean?
I mean, this is a Raiders channel. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
this is what. How is it just me, or we've only been talking about the Raiders really outside of like when we mentioned the changes in our teams? But
We've been talking Raiders the whole time. We just brought up other teams. I mean,
as
if
we
you're
tried to
talking
compare teams, I think that's
yeah,
all it is.
exactly. Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
really talking about all the NFL teams. I'm not doing that now. Come on, let's chill. Let's chill now. I don't think I could. Yeah, but some of it ain't talking about their. I know, but let's be honest. In any talk show, you're gonna mention other teams. Like let's
It's
be
not gonna be
honest.
straight Raiders. Like that's just not possible.
Yeah, that's not possible.
Every
You gotta
word that
compare
comes out,
rosters.
every word come out, it'd be Raider. Good luck
We
with that.
have advantages over every team at some point. Like when we're
I'll
going
be
against
honest.
the Chiefs,
Defensively,
weak secondary.
bro, like I don't understand this. Like, and here's why I was talking about the Chargers fans, right? This Chargers fan told me that Bosa or not, yeah, Joey Bosa was going to be an All-Pro, and Mac is going to go back to his form. I'm like, listen, Mac went to a better system after he left us, and he couldn't produce.
I mean, he did produce in Vic Fangio's defense. You can't deny that. 12 and a half sacks, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm saying, but
14
after
games
that
with the
year,
pick
when he
six.
went after into Nagy's deal,
yeah,
then that was different because Nagy didn't. And listen, I've said the same thing. He had a
That was
way
Chuck
better
Pagano's
defense
defense.
assembled over there with Bly, Nichols, Leonard. I mean, they had all kind of beast over there. So I'm not Fuller. I mean, they had good ass team over there. So, but and
Those
listen,
quarterback.
he's went 8 sacks, 6 sacks, dude. I mean, and I'm Khalil Mack's
Okay, the
Raider for
6
life.
sacks was because
Khalil Mack's Raider for life. One of the best players to play in that position. I'm never gonna doubt Mack. I mean, and then going into Staley, which is good
The 6
defensive
sacks was
mind.
in 7 games, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's my point. I'm not trying to go against the way he is, but like this, listen,
he's shown regression.
his run stop ain't gonna be no better than Yannick's. So that's
Okay,
the thing is we're just gonna pound the fucking ball down his neck, and then what's gonna happen there?
Khalil Mack is one of the best run-stopping edge players in the
hell
league.
no, he's been falling off over the years by
Is he
far.
really?
Khalil
I
Mack.
haven't been watching him
No,
recently.
he's been falling off, bro. But
Yeah,
here's
I
my
mean his
point, though.
run is
That's
his
I'll trust
run.
y'all's word for it.
And then when
His run's turning into Khalil, or like I said, Yannick type shit. Like,
bro,
not worried about his run. Getting after
I'm
the
not even,
quarterback,
like-
nobody. But let's be honest, when we went to London, Brown fucking bitched him, fool. Like, Brown made him irrelevant. Parker, I mean, that's going to be a different deal, get even, but at the same time, when you put a player over there that's like that, he becomes irrelevant. So I believe
Okay,
if
here's
Alex
my point,
Leatherwood
though.
gets to where he's at, it's going to be a battle.
But here's the thing, bro. Staley's adjustments, right, also hurt his team. Like, he didn't adjust to make better improvements. And so this offseason, I'm gonna go against this. And I know this sounds crazy, but how good truly is JC Jackson? And we're gonna find out this year. Because he wasn't offered by arguably one of the greatest coaches out there. That guy can.
And Belichick don't do that. Belichick, he don't give a fuck what your name is, what you've done.
No,
he ain't giving you $20 million a year. Not happening.
He didn't even talk to JC. So
hell no.
When I hear that, what I think in my mind is he knows that JC's gonna fail. He's gonna fail in this, and I don't think JC.
You said the Raiders didn't talk to him either.
Nope, we didn't.
No, because okay, but these narratives that I'm gonna mention on Wednesday. You can listen to any narrative in the world. Raider fans are going to believe it. Any fan in the NFL is going to believe anything that they can see. So, Raider fans, right? They believed we were talking to Stephon Gilmore. They believed we were talking to J.C. Jackson. When in relevance, we were never talking to them. You can make up any narrative you want, and people are going to believe it.
You put stories out there, Raider Nation's the most gullible ones ever on them. So it was facts that we didn't talk with Gilmore at all, and it was facts that we never offered $20 million to J.C. Jackson. Another team did offer $20 million, but it wasn't us.
No, but here's the thing: we would have been fools. I'm telling you, we would have been fools to sign JC. We would have been dumb because
I'm not gonna say that we would have been fools, because when you're looking at the scheme play of Graham and Belichick, it's the same. And I'm not gonna say getting him over here would have been a fool's idea. At 20 plus, yes. If we could have got him at 16
with
million,
his contract,
I would have taken his
I'm saying
His
with that
contract
contract
is 16 a year, but they have
it's
it
at
out after 2
28
years.
million. It's 28 million up front. Yeah.
Yeah, they have it out after 2 years.
But here's what I was trying to say.
But a lot of teams front load to get rid of players down the road and backload because they know they'll be here.
My point was, I was saying we would have been dumb to sign him for the contract that Chargers signed him for.
Yeah, but Zengler ain't stupid. And don't get me wrong, I don't think it was a bad decision, because this is why I don't think sometimes putting front load contracts ain't matter, because they already had the roster put together, over the last few years. So they probably had extra money. And then you got to remember the salary cap boosted by 18 million this year. So it's probably smarter to front load that contract so you're paying lesser down the road. That's not a bad idea.
Would we have gotten a Devontae and Chandler? Would we be as good depth-wise if we would have gone after and gotten 20 million based off of corner? No, I don't think we would. No. And I like what we did. I wouldn't make any changes to this offseason. I wouldn't.
Oh, hell no. No, and like I said, I would take Averett and Rocky over theirs because they're more consistent players and they're in their particular play style.
Yes,
I'm taking Rocky, he's top 5 man, and then you're taking Averett, which is going to be a press man, freaking zone player. I'm taking ours, yes, 100%.
Okay, wait, what were we going to say, Roman?
Well, no, wait, I forgot what I was going to say.
Give him a moment.
All right. I did think I said something about Rocky Sin. I think he's a good one.
Yeah, you were talking about Rocky.
Oh, I remember what I was talking about. Okay. I was like, only thing I would change is that maybe we make a move earlier, because that shit was pissing me off when we didn't make a move for like
No. So here's the problem, right? Because we knew, right, heading into free agency, we knew the big contracts happen on day one, right? They were not going to go big spend. They were not going to go spend big money on day one. They didn't want to. They didn't have to.
On depth. I like the strategy.
No. And here's the thing, though, because again, is it really make a difference on when you spend that money? As long as you spend the money on the right players.
I mean, it doesn't. You're right.
No, again, I think at the end of the day, we'll see. But
the money's the money as long as it balances out in the cap. It doesn't matter.
No.
But you also got to go look in the fact that we're going to be playing Devontae Adams $40 million and Derek Carr $40 million next year. That's $80 million on a $218 million cap. That's a pretty good substantial deal. So you know what that tells me? That tells me that they're going to go in and restructure one of the contracts next year and give signing bonus to equal out the contracts. And they did it to 2 players that would take that restructuring contract.
Oh, shit.
Devontae Adams makes $8 million this year, and then 40 and 40. Like, his shit's going up pretty substantial. Then Derek Carr's, the way his averages out is 35.32 million per year, but he's still getting 40 million because he's only getting paid 19 this year.
He's 2025 and 2026. He's got the $40 million cap hits. He's got $30 million cap hit next year, 2024. Those are
that's my point. He still has $40 million cap hit in there. And at that point in 2025, 2026, we'll be at 200. We'll be at $250 million in cap at that point.
Yeah, but I don't. We'll see what happens. Oh, what the fuck? What's that, bro? Shit, I'm on the wrong screen. Anyways, I think again, I do think J.C. Jackson is going to struggle this year, slightly, but we're at hour 10 minutes. Damn, bro. I like what we have. I'll be honest.
I think the Raiders, when you're looking at the overall depth, the consistency within the coaches, the players, I mean, there's no doubt. I said we're going 12-5. We're winning this division. And I don't care. The rest of them 3 can debate it all however they want. People are going to talk about underestimating Kansas. Kansas City ain't no slouches. So Sleep on a team like that, get beat
Week
by a team
18 is
like
gonna be a
that.
big game.
No,
I
I
promise
still
you,
have the Chiefs winning our
Josh
division.
ain't looking
just
at
because
that team like they're worse. I promise you that. So
No, he's not.
Andy Reid is not no dumbass. I mean, Andy
I
Reid is a
still
very
have-
smart man.
I still have them winning the division just because until somebody proves they can beat them, they're gonna win it.
Hey, the Chiefs have been the Raiders' kryptonite for the longest time for
They've been
going,
the
but
whole division kryptonite. They've lost like 6
I
division
think
games
where
since
it
Andy Reid
changes
was hired.
is the reason why I think it changes is because Josh McDaniels played Patrick Mahomes in the AFC division game. He knows how to beat him. I mean, Graham knows how to control him. That's why I believe we will be better than them, just because
Armin,
those
Are you
points.
telling?
No.
I was gonna say this. No, listen to this. Right. If Derek Carr's finally got a defense, right, and they're shutting down Patrick Mahomes, are you telling me
Okay,
that?
if they're shutting down Patrick Mahomes, okay, yeah, we're gonna win. But
No, I think like Derek Carr's gonna pick up that slot. If his defense, I think this defense is gonna force turnovers. They're gonna get stops a lot more, and they're gonna give Derek Carr a lot more field room to get the ball out.
we
I
need
think
more games like 2020 Week 5 when we played them. And you remember when we went to Arrowhead, beat them 40-32?
I mean, if we, I
Yeah,
think
but still, you want to be like 28-35 or so. You know, you don't want to be 40, depending on
Look,
games like
as long
going.
as we win,
Yeah,
So
I know
they
what you
only
mean.
scored-
And Graham has held them to 2 touchdowns, period. So even with the Giants. So I mean, fuck, I'll take his defense any day of the week.
yeah. So if you guys already see the screen, we're answering this question: Is Renfro the best full-time like slot receiver? I feel like he's one of the only like he's one of the only ones I can count as like a full-time slot, because you look at Cooper Kupp, he's not a slot as much anymore, so he's more an outside receiver. I mean, we can consider Braxton Berrios a full-time slot receiver pretty much.
What about Keenan Allen?
Keenan Allen's he's not in the slot as much. He's on the outside a lot.
Okay.
But compared, but I think Renfro is I mean, if he's not the best, he's like top 3, 4.
For sure, he's one of the best. I mean, he was Pro Bowler as a slot, so yeah, he was Pro Bowler in the slot. So anytime you have a guy who's considered to be one of the best receivers in general, he's going to be up there for the slot too, especially since less players actually play the slot.
I mean, who do you guys think is like the top 3 to 4 slots in the league?
We have obviously got to have Hunter Renfro.
I would say.
Really know who else plays the slot like that though.
I mean, I would say
Jalen
like
Waddle plays in the slot. He ain't no slouch
Waddle,
either.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
I mean,
He
you
ain't
can.
better.
I
He
would
ain't
consider.
better than. I'm not going to put him over Renfro. No way, no
I'm
how.
not gonna put him over Renfro either, but you just didn't name top.
Yeah. No, you're saying yes. I understand that. 100%.
Wait, who did you say? You said you're not putting Waddle over him?
No, I
Juju.
mean I'm not even talking about Waddle. I mean that dude's phenomenal. That guy's phenomenal. So
Yeah, no.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
when Juju,
I'm not taking Juju over him. I don't give a fuck.
no,
Obviously,
hell
I'm
no.
not. I'm just saying you asked for top.
I
three to
know
four.
we're getting off the subject here
Combination.
because we just said the naming the players. I just said I
Yeah.
wouldn't put him.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, no, I get that.
I just have him as
I
one of
think
the top
I'll tell
slot
you right
receivers.
now. I believe that Hunter Renfro going forward is going to be the best slot receiver in the whole NFL. No fucking doubt. So people can debate what he was before, but going this year, oh hell, I don't think anybody comes close to him. Josh McDaniels has produced some of the best slot receivers in the whole NFL for the last 12 years. So, and now you're getting a guy where this guy's creating new moves on the field where people cannot control him, dude. And Josh sees that type of shit. He's going to scheme play. I'm saying yes, 100%. I think Renfro is going to be the best wide receiver, slot receiver in the NFL this year going forward.
Wes Welker's only 1,000-yard years was with Josh McDaniels.
Do we think
who was?
Wes Welker.
Yeah.
Amendola was
do we think that
so I don't mean, yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do we think like Renfro? I mean, I've said a possible stat line for me for Renfro would be like 82 receptions, like 900 plus yards, and like 8 touchdowns at least. Probably, I would say around there.
I feel like he's gonna have closer to. I can't really say 100 because there's Waller, there's Tay who's gonna get them.
I was gonna say 80 to 85 at least receptions is on the lowest
I think
to me.
80 receptions for 800 plus yards and like maybe
I
7 to
could
8
see like
touchdowns.
88 to 90 receptions, like 920 yards, maybe like 10 touchdowns, maybe. He's a machine in the red zone.
Yeah, I don't like to predict receiving or receptions, but I'll say
Yeah.
100 plus yards, 6, 7 touchdowns, 100%. Because when you go look at our division and the way that they were doing them last year, Renfro's lethal on the line, and then
Dude.
you're going to have Devontae and Waller and all them over the top. That makes even Renfro even more lethal underneath. So I'm going to
Watch
say
out for
800.
Tyrone Johnson.
He'll be the speed receiver for sure.
I mean, I was gonna say because within our division, or I don't want to look at the division, right? Hunter Renfro, when targeted against Kenny Moore, who I think, unless I'm missing someone, is the best slot corner in the league.
Hey, besides Nate Hobbs.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not putting Nate Hobbs over him right now.
I know it's a joke. It's a joke.
I want to see more. I want to see more of Nate Hobbs, but
I mean, Poole is a beast ass slot corner.
What about another slot receiver, CeeDee Lamb? He's been playing a lot in the slot recently.
who?
CeeDee Lamb. He was playing in the slot mainly for the Cowboys.
With what Amari, I don't know if he played dominant in the slot. I don't think he played dominant.
He wasn't that dominant in the slot as much in the outside. I thought you were talking about slot corners. I was like, who the fuck is CeeDee Lamb in the corner?
Poole is one of the best slot corners in the NFL.
Who is?
Marcus Poole. Frickin' he's a beast, dude. Like he was in the Jets, man. Frickin'
Wait, Brian Poole?
Yeah, Brian Poole, my bad. Brian Poole.
Yeah, you're cool.
Yeah,
Where is he?
he's one of the best slot corners. I don't know. He got hurt last year. I don't know where he's at right now.
Okay, last time I knew, he was on the Saints practice squad. I don't think he's there anymore.
Yeah, because he got injured. He got injured last year, and then I think he ended up in free agent or
I don't know where he is, but
he's one of the best out there.
Bro, I'm taking Nate, bro. For anyone in our division, I think I'm taking Nate Hobbs over any corner in our division for slot corner at least.
Well, I mean, fuck, Nate Hobbs is one of the best in the NFL in 1 year.
Yeah.
So there's no doubt about that.
No, but I mean, here's my point. So when I went
back that's the thing see, look, this is why it identifies why Hunter Renfro so well. Or so good, because Renfro makes dude like Nate Hobbs better because he's playing against his ass like that every day.
What about Bryce Callahan on the Chargers?
He's good, but here's my point, right? Because let me go back to that the Colts game, right? He had 6 catches on 6 attempts for 67 yards and a touchdown. He had a good game, and if he can burn the best slot corner, I think he can burn any corner. Wait a minute. Can we go back to the clip? Remember with Xavier Howard where he was like he almost touched earth?
Yeah.
Or Darius Slay? Wait, who was the?
It was Howard. I think it was Howard.
Well, no, he did Howard dirty, but he did Slay dirty once, and then there was who is? Okay, we all remember what play I'm talking about against the Chiefs, right? The later game of the year.
Where he cut him outside, inside, and then backside him to the post.
Who is the corner defender?
Charvarius Ward.
Oh yeah, that guy got paid $14 million. By the way, he got paid $14.5 million to do that.
He got 33 or 42 from the 49ers.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to a good defensive system. I mean that.
Yeah.
Still,
but
$13 million.
I think. No, he's
I've said, Hunter Renfro, best slot receiver in the NFL. Yes, I believe it this year going forward.
Okay.
I've said, Josh McDaniels has produced some of the best in his scheme. Period, hands down, across the board. Doesn't matter who Renfro goes against. He's burnt Jalen Ramsey in practice. In training, fucking joint practice, things of those factors. He's been beating the best players on the field over the last few years. And last year just showed when Renfro wants to become a dominant player, he can most definitely become it, because when they started force feeding him the ball towards the end, middle to the end of the year, you started seeing plays come out of this man that was putting some of the best players in their position, not only corners, linebackers, safeties. Renfro was putting the dog on all of them. So, I mean, that's why I'm saying, I think he is most definitely going to be, if not the best this year.
Yeah.
And it ain't going to be just this year. It's probably going to be for pretty substantial fucking time, too. So,
He's only 26 years old, too.
That's what I'm saying. That and he just got acclimated with Josh. I mean, boy, if this guy, he's going to be good for the next 4, 5, 6. I mean, he's going to be good.
He's going to be good well into his 30s.
No, yeah, he will. He's one of the best route runners. He's got some of the best hands. He's just one of the better overall receivers. He's one of the best.
Dude, I mean, look when they're posting pictures of DJ Metcalf fucking just yoked out, and then you got Renfro over there with his little country farm tan like I do, fucking little Billy, like, and he's just dogging these fools, you know, like that's what I think's so funny about him. Like, this guy just bitches the best in the league, bro.
Oh, and I think him and DK are like if you look at those two, Renfro is a better route runner. He's got better hands. He is a better receiver in the terms of being able to get open, get separation. He can do it all. DK is not a great route runner. His hands, they're inconsistent at times.
Renfro's better than DK.
Hey, but keep going.
If DK is, like I said, he needs to get consistent with his hands and his route running. I mean, I know this might sound crazy. This might be a stretch, but skill-wise, I'm taking Renfro over DK.
Position of need-wise all day long. And, you know, I'll tell you like this, and you can mark it. I think frickin' the closest person that's going to be to Renfro going forward in a true slot corner or slot receiver is going to be Jalen Waddle. You can mark that, man.
Yeah. But yeah, as we move on to the next subject of tonight, who needs to take the biggest step up on both sides of the ball for us to succeed?
All right, defense, Jonathan Abram.
You could say Divine Diablo too.
Say Malcolm Kuntz.
Malcolm Kuntz, yeah, we could use a good Cleveland Farrell, another one.
If Malcolm Kuntz gets acclimated to that defense, that's going to be scarier and shit, man. The guy is a ruthless player, dude. He's strong. He can push off people like no one's business. I mean, you go back and watch video on him in college. He'll one hand dudes 10 yards back, undercut him, still run down the quarterback. I think Kuntz has got a huge ceiling.
And on offense, Alex Leatherwood.
Do you guys think? Would you rather see Chandler Jones and Crosby on the D line with Kuntz and Farrell at the outside linebackers, or reverse? Is it right?
I want to see Kuntz and
it's going to be Jones. Diablo. It's going to be Diablo.
Chandler Jones and Malcolm Kuntz on the outside as outside linebackers, and Crosby and Farrell inside.
That'd be ruthless. That'd be ruthless.
And this is the guy who is going to take the biggest step, by the way.
Is that Morig? I can't see the name, bro.
Yeah, it's Morig.
Okay, I only saw the M, and I was thinking, I mean, it's not Mullen, I don't think.
Why would I have a Mullen jersey?
Well, no, I don't know. I know Raider fans who have that. Your lighting just
Raiders
was a little
fans
bad.
got everybody's jersey. Like,
I blacked out the deal, but I seen the M, and I knew right away who is.
Morig, bro. Actually,
take such a huge
Carmen, if you're back, bro, oh, shit.
If you're talking about, like, you did make a good point right there, because if you were to bring out in the linebacker position and have Kuntz on the outside of Max with Jones, I mean, that can get ruthless right there, man. Like, that's going to be bad. That can be scary, because I've said this about Kuntz. I've watched him through Buffalo ever since, like Mac, because I've always watched that deal. This man is a strong, and look what he did to these guys underweight. Now he's at that 250, 255 mark right now. He looks like a straight man. He's got straight good bend. He's got power. This guy is very aware. Like, I love Kuntz. Like, Kuntz is my favorite person over there.
Honestly, and I know this might sound crazy, but, like, down the road, the Raiders might have the best front seven in football.
Dude, there's no doubt. When you play in Patrick Graham's system where you can have 5 down on the front that are your outside linemen, it's going to get fucking ruthless. It's going to get scary as fuck. And this is the difference. You have Kuntz, Max, fucking Bly Nickel sitting in the inside, dude, with frickin' with Jones and Chandler, or Jones with
Hey,
want
don't
to
forget
see.
about them rookie D tackles either. You know, we
Yes,
got
yes.
You know,
Neil
I would
Farrell,
take. I would take
what's his
like
name?
right now.
Matthew
If Sue
Butler.
don't come, I would want Bly Nichols to start. Bly Nichols at the nose tackle in
Wait.
Chicago was his best year he ever played. 5 sacks up the gut.
Yo,
I would
what's
take
up?
Isn't
Bly
it
there.
you who brought the Bylaw Nichols up to me on the live? You said he was injured, didn't you?
Yeah,
He's
he was.
injured right
I
now.
heard he
Yeah.
had battling an injury, dude, and might
Yeah.
not be ready for starting training camp.
Hopefully, he's.
He'll be
I
ready
think
to
that's
go by the start of the season. They already said he would.
he will.
That's
I
good.
know he will. And but even regardless, I want to see Sue on this line, like, bro.
Yeah, I mean, who won it? I mean, like I've said 100 times, if Sue comes here, we probably have one of the top 3 in the whole NFL.
Oh yeah, and for offense, for the biggest step up that we need is definitely Alex Leatherwood.
Yeah,
I
I would
think
say
Alex Leatherwood's going to be huge, but if Simpson comes in and plays, I mean, that's going to be another guy that's going to be crucial as hell. Being on that
actually,
line.
Carmen, since you had that jersey on, I was actually going to say this. If you come back Wednesday, I have a posed question about Morrick, so we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I'm
Wednesday.
definitely coming in for that.
Oh yeah, no, bro, I can't wait, bro. Because honestly, and
he's my favorite player on this whole team, bro. I'll be honest,
my favorite player. I've already told Dustin this. It's Renfro, bro. I'll be honest, I like Renfro.
Mine's been Derek Carr since the day we drafted him, man.
Bro, this Seattle fan really, bro. So okay, he wanted to have.
On OG Live.
No. I'm talking about a different Seattle fan. You don't know this one. So this Seattle fan wanted to have a debate with me. He said, "Who is the better route runner?" I don't know why he posed like this question was posed, bro. He was like, "Who you taking as a route runner, Renfro or DK?" And this Renfro, Seattle
but
fan.
It shouldn't be DK. He should have said, "Who are you going to take as or Tyler Lockett versus fucking Renfro?" That's more logic.
Wait. So he wants to see. He said, "Who has like the nastier routes, right?" And so he posted in my group chat, right? It was a good route, but it comes nowhere near Renfro's route against Xavier Howard, right? We all know that one I'm talking about, right? Like Renfro Xavier Howard touched earth, and he's debatably right, a top 5 corner, right? Like, come on, we can all say that.
Yep.
And he wanted to have this battle of like posting these questions or these like the clips. I gave him 4 straight clips after he posted the one, and he literally like left the chat. Like he was just like, nah, bro.
Tough. Another thing.
I'm like, why would you ever try and send this? Like, bro, why would you ever try that with me, bro? You know you're not winning that. I don't really think. Could we agree? Like, could we agree that the Raiders possibly have 2 top 5 route runners in the league? Like,
we do.
Oh, we probably have the best fucking route runners in the NFL on our team.
We have the best. I would say us. I think we have the best route running duo, and then I would say the Rams are right next or behind us because I think Allen Robinson and Cooper Kupp are a nasty duo too. But
a duo, but route running, I don't know if you would say that. If we're saying route running,
no, I'm saying they're behind us.
What about the Vikings with Thielen and not Diggs? What's his name?
I know that one too, but I mean we can all agree.
But that's duo. That's duo. You can't label them as in the best route runners in the NFL.
No, I didn't say they're above us. I said they're behind us, but they're still a good route running duo. I'm saying they're behind us. I'm saying we're number 1. Now, number 2,
I would have to arguably debate that we are number 1.
No, I think
I'll
that's
let
easy.
That one number 1.
And honestly, I'm not going to say we're going to have we have the best duo in terms of what they're going to do in the field. I don't think that we're going to produce I don't think Renfro and him are going to produce like the best wide receiver duo, but they'll be in the top 5 to 6 duo. I think, to be honest. Like I think
we have Waller too.
Well, I'm not even like outside of Waller. Like here's the thing, I want to see like all I'm wanting to see really is like I think this is doable. Like 1,400 to 1,500 for Adams easily, and then 900 for Renfro, bro. That's bro.
I think 25 and 800 is going to get it done.
Wait, what?
20 or 1250, 1250 and 800. I was saying 2,500 total, but I get what you're trying to say. 1250, 800. Yeah, that's what I was
so confused for a moment.
And when I said that, I thought, well, hold on there. He ain't getting no 25. I meant 2,500 total.
Listen, I think even including the playoffs, I think wasn't Cooper's number like 2,100, 2,150 or something?
Yeah.
Dude, he had the highest production, I think, in NFL history.
No,
at
I'm saying he had
22-25.
2150 or 2200, but
Something like that, yeah. It was
but if
crazy.
he couldn't even get that done, I don't think. I mean, Adams to me, I'm not saying this is like. I'm not trying to sound biased with this, but I think like
He's not with Derek Carr. Derek Carr likes spreading the ball, and this offense
no,
favors
I think
spreading the
still
ball.
put. I think regardless of Derek Carr's ability to spread out the ball, here's my thing: with them not having to take weeks on weeks to get their chemistry up, if their chemistry is hidden right off the bat, I can see 1,500 yards for Devontae.
Could you
I
see
really
2007 Randy Moss?
But
No,
what was
because
his
you're talking. No,
Like his
fuck
rookie
no,
year?
no. That's two different times and errors, two different type players. No, hell no.
No, I'm talking about like for like record breaking numbers type of thing.
He went fucking 18-1, dude. Josh McDaniels destroyed the
No, I'm not-
NFL that year with
No, I
Randy
think he's
Moss.
trying. No, Dustin. I think what he's trying to ask you is the production of what he's going to put up. Like, do you think he could put up the same production as what he did?
No, because Josh McDaniels ain't going to feed him the ball like that. That's why I'm saying.
I think with this offense,
Carr's
no.
not Brady either. So
listen, I think I think Carr's better than Brady when it comes throwing down the field. Like I think Carr is well more accurate. Listen, I'm not gonna say
I can make that.
It's a tough. That's what I was just gonna say. And we're talking about a guy that's 44 years old, been through the league for over 20 years, versus a guy versus 8.
Now,
Derek Carr is every bit worth it, the same. But what I'm saying is Josh McDaniels is not going to force feed the ball to Devontae like that with the people we have on our
team. I will say, and I'm not going to say like we have more skill, but I think we have more overall talent and ability, like more guys to spread the ball out to than what the
Green Bay ever had. And Rodgers force fed to him. So let's go be honest. Rodgers force fed to him. What did he have? 21 touchdowns that year.
No, but here's the thing, though.
18.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, 18, and then
I
what?
will
Over
say this.
freaking
Adams' numbers will be, and I'm trying to find the right word. I'm going to say efficient, right? And here's what I mean by efficient, right? He's going to have on the target share, it's going to be like 130 to 150 at the most, right? Like it's not going to be in the 180s. If he's only getting, right, if he's getting would you rather have the 1,400 yards on 135 targets or 1,500 on 180 targets? I'm taking the first option. I am.
Yeah, and I would take 1,250. That's what I'm saying. I would take 1,250 on 110 receptions.
Yeah,
like that's why I'm saying, because the distributing out that ball, like you got Johnson out there on that outside, man, freaking taking off the sweat. This dude's gonna burn fucking people, man. He's gonna be like what Nelly was when he came here at the 20 yard per reception mark. So a guy like him is going to get pretty high on low counts.
All right, what's the question?
Okay. So just to pose this question, right?
All right, what's up?
Excuse me. If Nelly, right, if Nelly was released, like there's been, we saw reports at one point, would you take him back on a low contract?
Yes.
Would you?
Yes, 100%.
$2 million, 2.5, I would, or 5, I would take him.
If this team is about competition,
like I would take him. I would take him because let's be honest, that adds more chemistry. And honestly, imagine Carr with the offense that he has, bro. Like, come on, man.
That's why I've said the whole time I would take Nelly and Will Fuller because they're speed players. So, and that's what I feel like if we're going to change to
would you bring Deshaun Jackson back?
Fuck that.
No. Okay, wait. Let's not go that far now. Okay, wait. But I'm going to make the same argument for Will Fuller as I'm going to make for the next player we're about to talk about, because I don't know what the man, Raider Nation, bro. Sometimes you guys get on my nerves with these questions you want to pose. Where the fuck is it? It's right here.
Got it.
But Nelly ain't getting cut and we ain't trading because New England would have to take too much of a cap hit to cut him. They're not doing that.
Yes, he is. I don't get. Wait, Dustin, didn't you see? Did you see the one thing I sent you? This Raider fan posted this question of should we sign Odell?
Should I get my Odell jersey out real quick?
That was a cool picture. I mean, fuck,
It's a cool picture, but here's my argument, right? And I'm gonna make the same argument with Will Fuller. Availability is the best ability. It is, and to be honest, Odell now has 2 torn ACLs
in the same knee
and a broken ankle, right?
I'm gonna keep. Yep, and he broke his ankle in 2017.
Yes.
and I think
So
he
my
re-aggravated
issue
the next
is
year too.
what. So here's the thing, right? Love the jersey, by the way, but
Hold on, is that an Odell Beckham Browns or
No.
did you
Giants.
make that? Oh, okay. At first, how dark it was, I'm like, did you have a custom one made for Raiders?
Yeah, that would be cool. But hey, but no. Okay, so here's my answer. Right? It's simple. It's a no. I'm not taking Odell on any contract, and here's why. Right? I like
because
it.
of his injuries.
It's injuries, and then number two is he gonna be available? Is he gonna be able to consistently stay healthy? I want him to be able to stay on the field. I don't want to have to sit here and worry if he's gonna get injured on the field again. Like I don't want to have to worry if we're gonna go down with another receiver. Because let's be honest, I think he's taken up a roster spot from a guy that's going to stay healthy and is going to be able to produce. So, and I think he would take away, I feel like he would take more away from this offense than gain, in a way.
I'll tell you the only way so this is how I feel about Odell. One, no, I'm not signing him, and not right now at all, not in any means. The guy ain't coming back in the NFL till October, November, so you don't need him till then. This is what would determine me signing him at that point is if our reception catch players are not catching the ball. Then I would be like, hey, I need somebody that can be consistent in catching the ball. You have nothing to lose. Sign him for 2.5 to 5. I mean, that would be the only way I'm signing Odell. Like, only way.
What type of money he wants, though. That's the thing.
I understand. I agree with you.
I mean, hell, I think 100% he goes back to the Rams. I think he will take the $2.55 million to go to the Rams. Super Bowl chance. I mean,
at this point, yeah, he has to rehab his knee.
Yeah, because he has to provide for his family, everything. I don't think Odell's out there. Odell knows the reality that if he would have stayed healthy, he would have probably got a better contract. But the fact of the injuries and and all that, I don't think he's not a dumb man. I mean, he's a pretty educated person. So
I said,
I think he can be ruthless with Devontae Adams if he's healthy. Fuck, dude. Listen, let's be real about it. If Odell comes back healthy, right, and just say that you don't even play him in October, November. How about you wait, let him keep rehabbing, get better, acclimated with the team, and play him come playoffs with Odell and Adams as your starting wide receivers going in playoffs? That'd be pretty fucking scary. So
yeah, no, I get
that. The guy can catch. He can catch still, man. And when he came to the Rams, he put up 7 fucking touchdowns over that time span because that's how they used them differently was in the end zone, which we need. We need drastically. So I would not be against if we played him in the playoffs, and we needed it. I would. I ain't lying.
I would love Odell Beckham on the Raiders, but it's so many questions.
To me,
just be real. He's not what he was in the Giants. This guy just got good hands and good possession catch, and like I said, I would take him in that aspect.
I mean, like I said, my only issue is health, and can he stay on the field consistently? That's just my issue. But again, he's still a good player. Don't get me wrong. But again,
if you go in the playoffs and got 500 yards out of him, dude, I mean, come on. That's going to be pretty damn good. I would take that.
Again, all great things to talk about. Oh, did I not do it? What's that?
But hell no, am I signing him right now? Not even a conversation in my book. Fuck no.
I don't even think Josh McDaniels is interested. So
no, dude. I mean, listen. Josh and Zingler are like, we'll talk about it when he comes back to the NFL. Like that's how they're looking at it. They ain't committing to him, dude. He ain't even been nothing with us.
Wow, it's crazy. We have no people in here. Jesus. But yeah, we're entering the final.
Well, discussion. I mean, it's 1 a.m. where I'm at.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m. I know, but it's only 10 a.m. right for you?
Yeah, 10 p.m. Not a.m.
Yeah, no, 10 p.m. I know, yeah. But,
Trayvon Merrick.
I knew you were going to say that. I'll be honest, entering this year, underrated guys to look at, Malcolm Koonce. I could say Kyler Fackrell just for the fact that he's a good depth player. I like Tyron Johnson. Keelan Cole is someone to kind of look at.
Kenny Young, 100%.
Dylan Parham too.
I can't say underrated because he ain't even played yet.
No, I'm not gonna include rookies actually, just because I want to see what they can do.
Okay.
That guy can come out and have one of the
thought
greatest
come out
careers
with-
Jayon
thought
ever.
we
Brown,
talking about-
actually, someone else on defense. Jayon Brown.
You know,
I
I
think
keep
he's a,
forgetting that we got him, bro. I was
yeah,
like,
no,
okay,
he,
maybe
okay,
we'll
that's
win the
why
Super
he's
Bowl.
underrated because these guys. No,
No,
Okay,
I was like, okay, maybe we'll win the Super Bowl. Then I'd be like, oh shit, we signed him. Yeah, we're definitely winning the Super Bowl now.
nah, but
I love
like,
Jalen Brown, bro.
Hey, Jalen Brown's a beast, man. I mean,
bro,
everybody knows
what
what
about
he
Rock
is.
Sin, bro? Because I
He
don't
is
think
very-
it's a crazy
Anthony Averett,
take.
I think, is
Wait a minute.
underrated.
I don't think this is a crazy take to say Rock Sin is arguably in the top 25 corners, but some people are like, oh, he's not that good. You know, like what? The man in man coverage was ranked in the top 5.
He was the top 5 corner
Yes,
in
that's
man.
what I'm saying. He was
Averett,
ranked in the
too.
top. So how is a man who's not ranked in the top 5?
And he shut down some of the best receivers last year, period.
Nah,
Hey,
bro, it's
all
just-
of our corners are underrated. We got Anthony Averett too, Trayvon Mullen as well.
I like Trayvon Mullen. I really hope he can be a nice piece going forward.
hard.
I
Dude,
just,
That's the
rotational
problem.
piece with that, dude, that's going to be fire. That's going to be fire.
nah,
People
yeah,
are
like-
underestimating our cornerbacks
The only
over there
problem
because
is we
they're
don't have
looking pretty
any of those
goddamn
guys
nice.
locked up next year.
what were
All
you
these
saying?
guys are on 1-year deals. All these guys.
Yeah, but that's
Trayvon
easy to
Mullen,
take
Marcus
care
Simmons,
of,
and
dude.
Anthony Averett.
Look, Zangler and them ain't stupid, man. They're not dumb and
Okay,
England.
but-
What they would do,
Herman,
what they'll
I mean,
do
no.
is play him out till mid-year and then offer him a
The whole
$4.5 million
secondary is underrated.
contract.
Fuck that, bro. The whole
No, I
secondary
like
is
what we
underrated.
have.
4 to
I
7
think-
and lock them up.
like I said, I think, and if they have to, they can easily replace him with this system. I'm not really worried about that.
That
Like,
is true. I like
this
Anthony Averett a
system,
lot.
like,
though.
let's be honest. Okay, let's be honest. This is, like, I don't want to say it is the Patriot system, but the way that it's going to be run, it's going to be like the Patriot system in the way of you can be easily replaced. So if you want
Patrick
more money,
Graham's ran Bill's system the whole time, so it is Patriots. Like,
Yes.
it is 100%.
Yes. And I like
That's
Who
why
we should
Drill
sign Jimmy
Peppers.
Collins?
That's why when all those people talk shit on Drill Peppers, he went straight to Bill Belichick's system. So that's why I
He
say
was
this
with
is
Patrick
his
Graham
system.
the last couple of years too with the Giants.
Say again.
He was with the Giants the last couple of years. You know, Patrick
That's what I
Graham's
just
system.
said. That's why I said
good
all those
player.
people talked all that shit on Drill Peppers, and then Graham schemed him pretty well in that system. And then this year when he hit free agency, Bill Belichick was the one that picked him up.
Xavier McKinney was really good for the Giants too last year. I think
Yeah.
Trayvon Murray could be just as good, if not better.
Logan Ryan. I mean, frickin' numerous people were over there
Logan
that were
Ryan's
really
on
good.
Tampa Bay now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tampa Bay got better this offseason. They got Akeem Hicks too.
Don't get me wrong. I think Tampa and Tom and any of them, they're going to be just fine.
I think they're going back to the Super Bowl this year, but that's just me.
I think it's going to be tough when they're going into those Rams. I think the Rams are going to be the most.
It's gonna be the Rams or the Bucks in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Rams
that's how
and Bucks.
I agree.
Those are the best
I
two
agree.
options.
Probably the
But-
only two options, unless Debo
But
stays
yeah, no,
with them.
If I'm
underrated.
looking
I
at,
can
like, if
even
we're
make
just
it
talking underrated in the players of our team,
yes,
like looking at our team individually,
I can say
I
Keelan Cole
believe
possibly
like
too.
Kenny Young was a crucial
Marcus
piece out
Robinson?
of those Rams, and that guy has got a very high ceiling, good motor. He's
Okay,
going
but what
to be
is-
looked as it. I think when you're looking at Malcolm Kuntz is 100% my
Marcus
pick
Robinson,
because
too.
Malcolm Kuntz is that guy where people looked at under Gus Bradley's system, and I don't know why they healthy scratched him the whole year. It was the stupidest shit I ever seen.
Oh,
But when Malcolm Kuntz got put on that field, that guy did not fucking he had 27 snaps for fucking 6 QBs and 2 sacks, dude. Like Malcolm Kuntz is a beast. So I'm gonna say most underrated for us is gonna be him.
yeah, no, I agree. I think he's a good player.
Trayvon Murray for me, obviously. That shouldn't
I don't know
happen.
why. I guess we just haven't even talked. I don't think this has been talked about enough. But hey, for anyone who has come through the stream, subscribe if you haven't. Apparently now I'm at 73. I don't know how that worked, but sure. Next thing we're talking about is our defensive coordinator. What is his effect on this team? And
Positive.
well, I mean, yeah. I guess I got posed the
Positive.
question. I got posed the question is how is his scheme going to help these players succeed? And it's pretty much,
Second
he's
half
gonna make-
adjustments.
like again,
Second
I
half
think
adjustments.
here's the difference with a lot of these guys. And Trayvon Moore is going to be a star. Like he's going to be a top 5
Superstar.
He's going to be a superstar, right? So Rocky is saying, right? You know how we all talk about how he was a top 5 ranked man coverage corner, right?
What about
He
Anthony
might
Averett being a
rank-
top 10 press corner?
Yes,
Who?
his ranks are gonna go up because he's
Did you
with a
guys
better
say
scheme.
Averett being the top 10 press corner?
He was a top 10 press corner last year, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but fucking Mullins was fucking top 1 press corner under Gus's till he fell off in the middle of the season. So
was
Mullins
injured
ain't
the
no
whole year.
slack in that
It
shit
wasn't
either.
really that he. Okay. I'm not gonna.
Mullen
We're not
didn't
gonna
fall
say he
off. He
fell
just
off.
got
It was
hurt.
the fact that he was gone for what 8 weeks. Like, what do
Yeah,
you expect from the
towards
guy?
the
I'm
end.
not gonna lie.
Crazy.
I'm saying the year before, so that was under Gunther's system. That was under
Gunther. Never mind.
Gunther's system.
Fuck him. I fucking hate Paul Gunther.
Okay, yeah, we
Yeah,
know that.
Mullins was ranked as the top number 1 press corner under Gunther's system till week 10.
Yeah.
And then after that, he fell off massively.
Remember when we had Gary on Conley?
But listen, I'll tell you why Patrick Graham's effect, or he's going to have a good effect on ours. For one, we've lacked massively in the red zone. So over the last, 10, 15 years, the red zone's been Achilles heel to us massively. I've always said teams can go 80 yards to the house on us. But when you're in Patrick Graham's system, that's not how it rolls over there with him. He's one of the best red zone stopping people from getting in the red zone, period. And I said this about the Giants last year. I said, you can go 80 yards on the Giants, but getting in those last 20 into that end zone's hard as shit. He had the top 10 defense with the top 9 run stop defense. And I think when you're looking at the way that our system has gone here for the longest time, being a 4-3, moving into the 3-4 system, it's going to allow a lot of more rotations, a lot more depth. And the reason why I think Graham's going to be a huge attribute to our team is because he knows how to scheme fit individual players. I've said this about Meek Robinson. I've said this about Cleveland Farrow. I've said it about numerous players.
Is going to be a star in the system.
Yeah, this guy knows how to put people in position, and if they don't excel in those positions, the odds are they're probably not going to excel in the NFL anyway. So I think Graham's system is drastically across the board better to benefit players for us.
Like I said, I think Max Crosby is going to even go up, and again,
just blitz more, so I hope he does.
Jonathan Abrams is going to be put. Okay, listen, this is Jonathan Abrams' last chance. I mean this.
We've been saying this for the last 3 years. He's going to be here for a long time.
He's never had a good defensive coordinator. He's never been put in a great spot, though.
And he's under contract, so you're not going to cut a guy like him until his contract's done.
I'm saying this year he's being put in the best position. If he doesn't succeed, it's his fault. I think he's going to succeed. He's going to succeed. To me, I think he can succeed. Do your part.
I said going forward, don't be surprised if Abram becomes a pretty damn good player, because the thing about Patrick Graham, Patrick Graham can idle players down. He's done this over a lot of years.
Like a Jabril Peppers type player.
He knows how to get into a player like where Jonathan Abram is a go mentality player. Instead of like Gus Bradley, how they were telling Abram not to play his style of football, because of how it is. And then you started seeing, I started noticing different things, especially getting through the line, trying to trip up a player. He's trying to get too much in his head, where Patrick Graham's not going to do that. Patrick Graham's going to idle him down to be the better player he can in that spot. So he'll focus him in on certain things. He's not going to give him too big of responsibilities where he has to look over, again, he's not going to put Jonathan Abram in a one-on-one situation with a dominant wide receiver. He's just not going to do that.
No,
so I believe that Abram and Graham's system is going to work out pretty nice.
What were you going to say, Charmin?
I think the best thing about Patrick Graham is that he'll actually make second half adjustments, unlike Gus Bradley.
Yes,
also, he can scheme down to down just like McDaniels. That's why I say we have one of the most scariest team adjustment teams in the whole NFL right now.
Better than having Gruden who won't adjust.
But here's the thing: week-to-week basis, you're not going to see the same shit, bro. You're not. You're going to see different ways of 3-4. You're gonna
run 4-3 too.
We're gonna have defense. He doesn't run a specific scheme.
Exactly.
He runs a multi-scheme system. He runs a multi-scheme system.
He can run any scheme if he wants. He can. I just don't think that's
he will run any scheme he wants.
I'm saying he can, but he doesn't. He doesn't do that because he's going to make the right.
Well, you can mark my words. What Graham's going to do is where teams think he's coming in a 3-4 multi defense, they might come in a 4-3 fucking defense, because that's what Graham does, and that's what he's known for. Graham schemes teams where teams think they're scheming his plays, and he comes in with a whole different style of 4-3 whole deal. Like, and then he switches up in 3-3-5s, 3-4. I mean, this man he's a fucking genius when it comes to playing defense. I mean, that's what I love about him. That's what I think that we've lacked in the Raiders division for the longest time is just being so 3-4 manipulated the whole time. When you have multi-D defenses, man, it's hard as hell for people to scheme you, man. And we have the players for it too. So that's even what's more dangerous.
He's got guys that can play anywhere, bro. Like,
damn right.
Bro. And he's already said this. These corners can play anywhere. These safeties can play anywhere. The linebackers, the outside linebackers, they can drop down to the end. The end can drop to the tackle, or anywhere. Anyone can drop anywhere except
versatility.
He's gonna make this defense based off depth, versatility. It's not just based off talent. You don't have to have talent to succeed in this. You don't. You just have to be. You just have to have smart. You just have to have IQ, and you just have to roll with what he's giving you.
Yeah, and this is something that I always think that's a deal people always should look at in the history of football, because the one thing about New England's scheme is that over their whole entire 20-year dominance, that 22-year dominance, they've never went and said, because let's just use, for instance, like, oh man, the Rams got all this high talented players. Bill Belichick don't go out and just say, oh man, that team's so dominant, I'm gonna go get all these high end players. He doesn't do that. He gets team fit depth players, dude. So when he goes against them, he has better rotation depth than these motherfuckers that don't have that depth. Bill Belichick has never schemed off the players just because of a name. Never.
No, like, we look at this, and I made this comparison: the Raiders and the Chargers. What is the biggest difference? Well, the Raiders got scheme fit, perfect guys that fit the system.
The Chargers went for the big names.
Yes, and they didn't go for
rotational
talent. No, I think they didn't get a lot of talent as much as people think. They had an overrated offseason. They were the winners of every offseason. To do what? They're not. They're not that team. They're not that team. Let's just get off. Like, the dick sucking is crazy. Just wait till the season starts, bro. Wait till the season starts.
Just wait till the season starts and you don't see Bosa and Matt go down.
I'm not going to sit here and wish injury upon anyone, but let's mention this, right?
Oh, we ain't wishing injury. It's
no. So here's my point, right? Here's my biggest point. In the back end, what happens if J.C. Jackson goes down? Who's going to step up as a corner one?
Asante. I like Asante Samuel.
Bro, Asante's going to get... Bro, Asante's not that guy. Come on. Let's relax.
I mean, I think he's nice.
He's nice.
Good. There's no sleeping on him or starting.
Come on. Wait,
they don't have a free safety.
No, isn't he the starting corner in the slot?
Wait, I have no fucking clue, dude.
Someone told me he was a starting slot corner during this year.
I don't know. He was one of the best fucking corners out there. I want to see.
They have Callahan for the slot. They're going to put Samuel on the outside now.
Sartain is good over in Denver. Fucking Samuels is good over in the Chargers. There's no doubt in talent. There's no doubt in their talent.
So when we talk about this team or these teams, right? The depth. Like, you look at the Chargers. Derwin James goes down, you're screwed.
Yeah, they have no safeties. Nasir Adderley
they don't. Shit. Nasir Adderley is.
They drafted a guy this year who knows how he'll do.
Adderley's not a bad player either.
He's mid, but there's nothing. The linebacker core. What happens if, like you said, if Bosa or Matt goes down? What happens to your team?
That team falls apart instantly. I've said it. Like, I think where people are hyping out the deal, and this is where I've been a football fan fucking since the 80s. Like, the biggest thing about fucking football is staying healthy. And you can have all these big names, but let's be real. Bosa gets injured. Let's just be real right here. Bosa gets injured. Max gets injured, and Derwin James gets injured. That's three big key fucking players that get injured. Your team's going to take a massive hit. J.C. Jackson, I don't see him getting injured. He's been a healthy player the whole time, so he's pretty strong.
J.C. Jackson.
Yeah. He's cool. I'm just saying, like, outside of J.C. and Asante, and I have Bryce Callahan, but, we'll see how that goes.
That's scary. I mean, on paper, it's scary fucking corners. I mean, be honest about it, dude. For a kid coming in as a rookie and the production he put up, dude, I mean, he didn't slouch any. I mean, the kid put up some good fucking deals. And
No,
I mean,
he
if
was
we're being honest, I would have taken his ass. I mean, fuck, let's be honest.
Nah.
I'd take that motherfucker right now.
to play where though. I mean, that's my point now.
I'm just saying, if we didn't have
Yeah.
the corners and he was
Yeah.
an option, I'd take it.
But yeah,
You wanna talk
the
about Denver
second
now?
second discussion of the Graham talk, these people want to. It's Graham. I've already answered this. I'm taking Graham over Staley, and the reason is
The
it's
Rams
just
defense won a Super Bowl without Staley.
that's piercing. Wait, here's my point. Because people want to talk about how Staley can adjust. Did we see his adjustment at the end of the Raiders game where he cost his team a playoff run? Like
Oh yeah, the timeout.
again, Graham, his
I think.
ability
Oh no,
to
go.
no, but his ability to floor raise with the players that he has, the ability to scheme differently, the ability to make different changes for the better. I'm taking Graham over Staley. I'll be honest.
So this is the only issue I have about this topic is we're talking about Staley as a head coach and Graham as a defensive coordinator.
Well, no, I mean because
Yeah, I don't
Staley
think
was a
if
DC.
we're taking Staley as a DC, that's going to be very tough because that guy is no
Staley's
slouch.
amazing.
He's a very smart.
But we've
He's
seen them
very,
both as
very
defensive
smart.
coordinators. That's my point.
Smart
I'm talking about because
individual.
Staley's a defensive-minded guy, and that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. When we're talking about defensive-minded. I'm asking who is better defensive-minded, and
I would say that they're pretty well, in my opinion.
They
I
have
think
their strengths and they
they're
have their
pretty.
weaknesses.
They're pretty evenly.
No, they're
talent-wise.
close, but
I'm
again,
saying like scheme wise, who's had more production? I'm gonna say Graham, just because the way that his system acculates.
bro, I'll tell you this right
It's
now.
gonna be close for me. But I mean, like I said, it's gonna be close because they're the way that you're looking at both of them in that deal. He's produced at a very high level too. So it's not
Graham's
like
team won the
he's
moment
flat.
he was gone. That's my point, man. Graham's team won the moment he was gone. And he honestly, he fucking sucked as a coach this past year. He better step it up this year. He's gonna
They
be.
have a
He's,
really talented team to go fucking 9.
no, I don't listen. I'm not. I'll be honest. At the end of the year, I'm not trying to hear no excuses for the Chargers.
You know they were 8-5 and on top of the division at one point.
Yep, they were that good, but they fell apart.
All right.
Like,
How
listen,
are you a
I'm gonna be
defensive-minded guy?
I will
You
be
see
honest.
Travis
I don't
Kelce
want
do them
any
that dirty.
excuses for this Charger team. Please, I heard enough excuses, and there was.
No, it's always going to be
Nothing,
excuses
right.
with them.
Thank you for everyone who's coming through. If you guys want to comment anything, you can again. But we're gonna get on. If you guys want, we can. Oh shit.
Yeah, because they're both good. But I mean, yes, I'm taking Graham in our deal all day. He's just had a better.
I'm talking about like if you wanted a defensive coordinator to run your defense,
it's going to be Graham just because he has more to accolade than Staley does. So I'm taking Graham in that
And
aspect by far.
Staley's scheme is required on dominant, just having those two superstar players. What if one of them goes down? Then his
And then that's where Graham's acculates individual player talent at the position.
Makes changes when his players go down.
Yeah, and his acculation to player talent is way different. Like I said, he don't put players in positions to make them vulnerable, like Abram. I mean, this is why I believe Abram's going to have a pretty decent year because he's not going to put Abram in spots like Gus did and ask him to do shit he can't do. He's not going to do that. That's why he'd bring 5 DBs. I mean, listen to those dudes when they were in the camp when they said, we had 7 DBs on the field at one point. That tells me that Graham's saying, like, okay, Abram is in the box, so they're labeling him as a DB, but they're not making Abram go down with this damn wide receiver to cover him. You know what I mean? Like, he's bringing players in to make up for that shit. So that's why I think Graham, yes, all day, yes.
Man, I just can't wait for this year, bro. Like, the amount of, like, excuses.
I think Staley as a head coach, his falter is he gambles way too. He's playing Russian roulette every fucking down.
That's my point, though. If we saw the mistakes that he made this year, like, he hurt his team more than he helped. I'll be honest.
Yeah. But let's be honest too. If he didn't make those mistakes and kick the fucking ball and punted it and stuff like that, how much better would he really been? Like that's the shit I think about. That's the shit I think about is if you just turn those plays like. Let's be honest, dude. If he would have just punted the fucking ball at the 30-yard line, that game probably wouldn't have been like it was. But that stupid ass don't go for it on 4th down gets cracked out in the back, and we only got to go 30 yards for a touchdown. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I've always said, you know why Rodgers and them look so good with their 50 fucking touchdown seasons is because when they got a defense out there, they are getting the ball like that a lot. 50-yard line, 40-yard line of the other team. You know what makes Derek Carr so great? When that motherfucker gets the ball, he's on the 20-yard line 95% of the time. 90-yard or 20-yard line. He got to go 80 yards downfield damn near every time he's going to get a touchdown. And he does it more times than not. So, I mean, most definitely – he has the most fourth quarter comebacks and most fucking game-winning drives than anybody since 2014. So Derek Carr is no slouch in there.
No, I can't just, like I said, I can't take people seriously who tell me that Derek Carr is a question mark for this team because, like, what I'm not understanding is when you tell me that, you're telling me that Derek Carr is a weakness on the team. No, he has been let down year after year. Now he's not being let down. There's no reason he doesn't succeed with this offense.
Facts.
Again, we're going to get more into more discussions on Wednesday. Of course, if you guys haven't subscribed, I keep saying it because apparently now I'm stuck at 73. I had 3 people unsubscribed, but I'm not really worried about it because I'm getting numbers. So, again, subscribe, like, DM me on Raiders_updater 2022 if you want to give me some suggestions on my videos to give me more topics to talk about. If you guys have anything else to add, let me know. But outside of that, we're going to be out of here.
All right. It was real fun having to be on here. I want to do more in the future for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to end the broadcast if you want to stick around.
Good night, bro.